Microphones are on, press that button, and I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. Tom's joining me today, who's
Hello.
been on the channel before 3 years ago, 4 years ago or something.
Well, I've been on virtually a couple of times. Over
You have
time,
been, yeah.
But yeah,
You've been here and done a
I
playthrough
have.
in the before times.
I did, yeah.
I think it was. And Mark's joining us for the first time.
Hello.
We're going to be showing you today Teotihuacan, the Deluxe Edition. This is going on Kickstarter next week from Board and Dice. It's going live on Tuesday. And the Deluxe Edition is a big box, which is down there. And it comes with all of the expansions and all of the promo tiles and everything else with a graphical overhaul. I mean, the old one was fine, but it looked really nice. And it's got some deluxe components and everything else. Let's just check, make sure the chat, make sure they can hear us and see us okay. Hopefully you can. There you go. Right, all sounds good. Thank you very much. So, a few things before we start. First of all, thank you very much to Board and Dice for asking me to create this video. It is a sponsored video, so I won't be giving my personal thoughts on the game. Although, saying that, I have gone on record and said this is my favourite of the T games. So, there you go. We can talk at the end about the T games for a little bit if we want to. This is a prototype. Although this does look very, very nice, this is not the final version of the game. It hasn't been printed yet. This is a prototype. So even though what you see here is roughly like what the deluxe components are going to be like, there is still some rough edges because this is a prototype. It was thrown together. For the full details on exactly what it is going to look like, make sure you check out the Kickstarter page, which is linked in the description of this. If you click on it now, it's not active yet, but it will be in a couple of days' time. We're going to be playing the base game today. Now, as I say, the deluxe version does come with all of the expansions thrown in. We're just going to be playing the base game today, but we have used some of the royal tiles and some of the starting tiles from the expansion, but we're not playing with the fourth orange track. We're not going to be using that. We're not playing with... Where is it? There's an extra board, which is a map. Have you two played with this one?
Once.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
Keep meaning to do so again.
So this is from one of the expansions. We're not going to be using that today. And also the action boards. There are 8 action boards in the game. There are optional ones available for these as well. The board is also two-sided. We're using this side of the board today, but there is an other side of the board. It's exactly the same. It's just graphically different. The other side of the board looks mostly like the original game. We're using this side just so it's visually different. It's exactly the same. Just looks a bit different. Now, when you first play the game, I would strongly recommend you use the fixed setup. So the fixed setup is, instead of putting these action boards on, you actually use the pre-printed ones. They're exactly the same, but what you do is you randomize the position of 6 of them. Board number 1 and board number 8 are always in those positions, but this morning I shuffled the other 6 boards, placed them on at random, and it just means, because we're going to be moving clockwise around this board, it does mean that the normal flow that you get used to with the basic setup has been changed because things are in a different order. We've done the setup for the 3-player game. We're going to be placing some dummy workers on the board. If you are worried about playing this game with fewer than 4 players and think, oh, there's a dummy player that we need to manage, it's really, really simple. These dice are going to go on the board at the start of the game, and that's it. Then they move at the end of each flip, but there is no dummy player that you need to activate and do anything for. So yeah, dummy player rules are fine. So we've done the setup. We're using 6 technology tiles, and if I just press this button here, this is board number 5, so I press button number 5, and it should show me. Yeah, here we go. So this is the alchemy board. The first time you play the game, use these. These are 6 pre-printed technologies that it recommends for your first game, but after that, you pick 6 at random and you place them in numeric order. So those are the technologies that we're using in this game. We also have board number 1, which is, I think, the palace. And we have these 3 royal tiles. And again, first time you play it, just use the pre-printed ones. We're going to be using those. There's quite a lot of variability in the setup. And the choice of royal tiles that we have in the palace and the choice of text here is going to influence our approach to the game and what we're going to do. Well, certainly for you two who know what you're doing. I'm a little rusty on the game. I did play it again yesterday. So rules-wise, I think I'm good with the rules. Strategy-wise, no. We'll see how we get on. The next thing to do, after we've done the setup, and we've already placed tiles in the middle of the board for a 3-player setup, is starting tiles. Now again, if you're playing this game for the first time, I would strongly recommend you follow what it says in the rulebook, where it says player 1 gets it tells you where to put your dice, it tells you what value dice to place, and it tells you exactly what resources that you should get. I always recommend that for your first game, because when you're first playing it, you don't really know what to do. However, once you've played it before, you will get 4 starting cards. So these are the 4 starting cards that I've been dealt. These used to be starting tiles in the original version of the game. They're now these cards. And I choose any 2 of these cards, and I get the bonuses printed on the top of the card. And my workers start on 3 of the positions that are down at the bottom. So I've already been doing this off camera. Have you 2 chosen yours?
Yes.
So these are the 2 starting cards that I've chosen. What that means is I am going to start 1 space up on the red temple, 1 space up on the green temple. I am going to start the game with my 4th worker. So normally you get 3 workers in the game, and you have to get your 4th one. I'm going to start with my 4th worker. One of my workers is powered up. So all of your workers start at value 1. The worker is the dice. That means one of my dice is going to start at value 2. And I also get 5 cocoa. So that's what I've chosen to have. Now, we've already determined that I'm the starting player of the game. So there is a last player token, which Tom has got. That never moves. Tom will always be the last player in the sort of round sequence. And the last player will start with 3 cocoa. And every other player will start with 2. And then what's printed on your card. So I've got 5 cocoa. I've got an extra worker. So where's my extra? Should be a dice over there. There you go. Thank you very much. Now it's got the 3 on it. So presumably it starts at 3. Okay.
So that's how it would be if you gained it.
Right.
during
All of my other, and then one of my other workers is, well, in fact, I could actually start with a 4
Yep.
if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to start with 2 1s, a 2 and a 3. And then normally, if you only start the game with 3 workers, you choose 3 of the 4 spaces on the bottom. I've got 4 workers, so I'm putting 1 on 1, 1 on 6, 1 on 7, and 1 on 8. But it's up to me where I put them. So let's put number 1 on there. Where's 6 gone? 6 is over here. Let's put that there. Let's put that on here. It's weird them not being in numerical order, but that's that's how it is. And 8 is the final one, which is construction. That's it. That's my starting cards done. You don't need them. Mark, what have you chosen as your starting cards?
I seem to have gone for a similar tack with this. I am also getting an extra worker, which is somewhere.
He's over there.
There it is.
Tom's got the extra workers.
Yeah, you don't get to keep it.
And you choose one of the Ascension benefits.
I do
as
indeed.
well.
So I will be wanting to choose going up a
The
track.
Ascension benefits are printed here,
Yep.
and you're going to choose the go up one of the tracks. Oh yeah, I didn't do my tracks, did I? Sorry. Now I've got a button for the tracks. So these are the tracks in the game. Hopefully that's in focus. And my starting card said that I was going to move up the red and the green. So I am blue, so I'm going to move up the red track. Every time I move up the red track, so I'm going to get that, which is a point and a cocoa. So that's my starting. I get 1 cocoa and 1 point. Right, so Mark, you're choosing the track.
I am. So I'm going to choose to go up the blue track.
So you are the red player, you move up the blue track. So that's any 1 resource.
Yep.
And I was reminded yesterday, cocoa is not a resource.
Yep.
So there are 3 resources in the game. There is stone, wood, and gold. You're going to be using that for building. Cocoa, technically, is not a resource. So any time in the game that you gain a resource or spend a resource, it's not cocoa. Even though it is a resource. But it's not a resource, if you know what I mean.
Yep. So I'm going to choose a gold for unspecified reasons.
Yes. Because gold is great. So that's that
So
card.
that is this card.
Yep.
We don't need anymore. Then I'm going to choose this card, which is also going to move up the blue track.
Right, let's
Again.
get you a point.
The blue
No,
track.
the
I'm
blue
sorry,
track.
the blue track. Blue track. So you get another resource.
Yeah, there are no prizes for guessing what I'm getting.
Gold.
It is gold. And then I will also be gaining 4 wood,
Or wood.
and 8
A stone. Right, and then your workers. So you're in the same boat as me. You start with 4 workers.
Yes.
Yours are going on 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Yep. So just to be confusing, let's do it backwards. Here, actually. Put that one there. So 2, 3, and 6 with the other one. Sorry, 2 and 3 with the other ones.
It
Here
was 2, 3, 4, and 6.
and here, and hopefully I won't realise this is all gone horribly wrong. So.
Right, Tom, what starting cards have you chosen?
So the easy stuff, I've got 2 cocoa and 4 stone.
2 cocoa,
No choices there.
4 stone.
I also get
There you go.
another resource of my choice and a step up the blue track, which will give me a resource of my choice. And steps up 2 tracks, one of which will be the blue, which will give me a resource of my choice,
Okay.
and one will be green, which will give me a cocoa. So I've got 3 resources of my choice. At least 2 of them will be gold.
Let's see a pattern here.
Yeah. Sort of tempted to get a wood, but I might just be dull and get another gold.
Okay. Now, we're going to be teaching you the rules of this game as we play through. So let's just take a look at these temple tracks because we've already advanced quite a bit. You can move up these tracks whenever you see an icon. So, for example, that icon there meant that I moved up on the red temple track. Sometimes you get options, if you just pass me your starting card, Tom.
Yeah.
You get the options of moving up any track. So that icon there is you move up any track. Now, you notice there's an orange track on here. That is the extra track. We're not using this. That's for one of the expansions. So we're just going to be using these 3 tracks here. But anytime you move up on a track, you gain the benefits from the space that you've landed on. If you move on to one of these spaces, there is actually a stack of discovery tiles on here. You can look through the stack of tiles and take any one you want, or you can take the pre-printed bonuses, which is on there. That's not just when the tiles have run out. You can just take that if you want to. You're going to be moving up these tracks. They get better and better. This one gets you cocoa. This one gets you points. This one gets you resources and a bit of points. But if you can get to this penultimate space, we have a grey tile. Now, these were chosen at random at the start of the game. They are end of game scoring benefits. So if you manage to get to that space, then you unlock that scoring tile for you at the end of the game. If you get to the top space, then that is a one-off bonus and it only applies to the first player to get there. Nobody else can get there. You still get the bonus for this. So everybody could get this theoretically, but only one person can get there. That's how those tracks work. So we don't need to explain them in any more detail. And I think the last thing to do is
Put my dice on the board.
put your dice on the board and then do the dummy player.
Yeah. So I've got 1, 6, 7, and 8 available. I definitely want 7.
While Tom's doing that, I've got a question for those people watching live. How many of you watching this have got Teotihuacan and have played it? Or how many of you are watching this who are keen to know more about the game? And yeah, all of the expansions are included, as far as I know. I have been told that Philip from Board and Dice is going to be watching this. So hello, Philip, if you are watching. If you have any specific questions for the publisher, pop them in the chat and hopefully Philip can answer them. Right, so I've drawn 2 cards for the dummy player. And we have 2, 5. That's the one with 2 7s. So it's 2, 5, and 7. So we just place this dummy worker. The value doesn't matter, but we'll keep it on a 1. So 2, 5, and 7. Right, and that is the setup done. We are ready to play. So I'm going to take the first turn in the game. I will take my turn, then Mark will take his turn, then Tom will take his turn. Tom's got a very important job. Tom's job in the whole game is not to score points, is at the end of Tom's turn, he moves this white marker. So what we've got is we've got a white disc here, which always starts on the 0. We have a black disc, which starts here in a 4-player game, here in a 3-player game, and here in a 2-player game. And at the end of Tom's turn, he moves that marker down. So that signifies we've all had a turn. That's effectively the end of the round. And when the white disc meets the black disc, we finish that round, we play one more round, and that's the Eclipse phase. That's the first Eclipse over, and we do some scoring. Then the black disc starts there, and we do another Eclipse, and we do the Eclipse scoring, and then the black disc moves there, and we do a third one, and that's it. So there are 3 Eclipses in the game, and then the end of game scoring is actually just these tiles. There's no big end of game scoring. The scoring is at the end of each Eclipse, and the only end of game scoring is for those tiles there. So that's the flow of the game. I'm going to take the first turn, and on your turn you can do one of 3 things. The first thing that you can do is unlock all of your workers. Now we'll explain how workers get locked later, but one of the things you can do is unlock all of your workers. And in fact, if all of your workers are locked, you must choose that action to unlock your workers, I believe. But if only some of them are locked, you can still choose the action to unlock them. And all it does is it unlocks all of your workers and you get them all back. So we'll come on to locked workers later. I said there was 3 things you can do. The first one is move.
Yeah, well, you can pay to unlock your workers and still move.
Ah, I'd forgotten that. How much does that cost?
Because 3 cocoa
3 cocoa.
to unlock all of your workers.
So you can either
then
take
do an
your
action.
so you can take your entire turn to unlock your workers, or pay 3 cocoa to unlock your workers and then take a turn.
Yes.
So I said there were 3 things you can do. Is there only 2 things you can do? Am I getting that wrong?
Depends whether you count that. So I guess you can move.
No, 2
move
things. Yeah.
To either do the action or get cocoa.
That's it.
Depending. Yeah. If you call
So
that
there's 2
separate
things that
ways.
you can do on your turn, which is either take a normal turn or unlock your workers, or as Tom says, you can pay 3 cocoa to unlock your workers and then take a normal turn. So apologies for that. 2 things that you can do. I know why I'm getting mixed up, and that'll become clear in a minute. So on a normal turn, what you do is you choose one of your workers anywhere on the board and you move it 1 to 3 boards clockwise. You cannot leave it where it is, and you cannot move more than 3. So for example, I could say I'm going to move this worker, I could move it to here, or I could move it to here, or I could move it to here. Then when you get there, you have 3 options. That's where I was getting confused. So when you arrive at an action board, you have 3 options, and I'll explain them briefly now, and we'll go into them more as we play. One of them is to collect cocoa, and then that's it. It's very simple, but you just move there and you collect cocoa, because cocoa is a thing. I'm not going to say the word resource, but it's a thing that you will need. It's a currency in the game that you will need to spend. So yeah, one of the things that you can do when you arrive at your destination is to take cocoa. You get a number of cocoa equal to the number of the number of different coloured dice already there, plus 1. So not including you, unless you were already there. The second thing that you can do is, once you've moved, you can perform the main action of that board. And all of the boards are different. We'll explain them as we go along. That costs cocoa equal to the number of different coloured dice already there before you arrive. So you gain cocoa by not performing the main action, or you spend cocoa to perform the main action. And the third thing that you can do is you can go to worship. Now, some of the spaces have worship spaces. So board number 3 has one, board number 4 has one, board number 1 has 3 of them, board number 2 has one, and board number 7 has one. So when you go to worship, you move the die and you put it in this locked position here. That is locking a worker, and you get the benefits of it. Now, when you go to worship, you don't gain any cocoa, you don't spend any cocoa. So the gaining cocoa and spending cocoa are the 2 other things you can do. The third thing you can do is worship. We'll come on to those more later on as we do them, but they are generally the 3 things you can do. So my first turn of the game, well, I'm obviously not going to unlock my worker, so I'm going to take a normal turn. And generally speaking, the more workers you have of yours on a board when you do the action, the better it is, generally speaking. Now, I didn't start with any stuff. I've got cocoa, but I've got no wood, I've got no stone, and I've got no gold. So I think one of the first things that I might try and do in the game is actually collect some resources. And my workers are not in the best position to do that, are they? No, not really. So, I mean, I could.
You could get a stone.
I mean, I could actually go to this royal time. No, it's a bit weak. Yeah, so I've currently got a worker here, a worker here, a worker here, and a worker here. None of those are resource spaces. So I think, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this 2, and I'm going to move it 1 space onto this board here. So this is board number 3. This is the quarry. So the quarry, the forest, and the gold deposit work in a similar way. What you do is I'm going to choose to perform the main action. That's going to cost me 1 cocoa, because there was 1 coloured dice there. So I spend 1 cocoa, that goes out of the game. And what you do is you look up how many dice you now have on that board. I have 1 dice on that board. And then you look up the value of the lowest die that you have on that board. So I have a single die, and it is value 2, and that tells me what I get. So it's very simple, but that guy goes to the quarry, and he gets 1 stone. So I take 1 stone, and I put that in my supply. Now this symbol here means that that worker now powers up. So he gets more experience, or he gets older, and it goes to a 3. That's it, that's my action done. Now, the higher the value of the worker, as you can see from here, the better they are, so they will get more stuff. When a worker gets to 6, they ascend. They effectively die, but they ascend, And that's not a bad thing in this game, because what happens is you get stuff for ascending, and most of the time that's how you unlock your fourth worker. Me and Mark have started with our fourth workers, but when we ascend, we still get something good, and then we get a new worker of value 1 that starts in the palace, and we start all over again. So that's my turn done. I moved to there. I did the main action. Mark, it's your go.
Okay.
Blood and dice are in the chat. Oh yes, yeah. Must mention the dice being used in this video right now are not the ones that are going to be included in the game. They've got some really nice custom dice where the 6 is actually the death symbol. So the 6 has been removed. Thank you for mentioning that. Right. Yeah.
Right. I think I will start by moving this die over to here.
Yep. On the alchemy board. So
Yep.
this is board number 5. So the alchemy board, there are 6 technologies that were chosen at random at the start of the game. Each one of them has a tiny little number in the corner, and they are laid out in numeric order. Now, when you go here, if you have only 1 worker, you can claim any of these technologies on the top row. The cost is in gold, which is printed in the top left. If you have 2 workers, then you can choose any of the 6 technologies. The exception is, if your worker was value 4 or 5, you can choose any of the ones on the bottom row, but your worker will not level up afterwards. So you've got a die of value 1, so you can have any of these 3 techs. Which one would you like?
I will be spending 2 gold to claim the get
This
4
one.
points when
Okay.
building a
Yeah,
decoration.
so basically what this tech means is that whenever Mark performs the action of board number 7, which is the decoration action, he will get an additional 4 points. Now we mark that he's got the technology by taking one of his technology markers and putting it on there. If either me or Tom also now wanted to claim that technology, Mark would get 3 points. So that's what this means. Anytime you claim a technology, the player or players who already have that technology get 3 points. So if Tom claims it, Mark will get 3 points. If then I claim it, Tom and Mark will get 3 points. So getting there early is a good thing. Now, Philip will hopefully confirm this, because as I was going through the prototype this morning, I found a very large bag filled with lots of brown technology tiles that I'm not sure what they're for, but I think what they're for is whenever a player gets a technology, is we give you the technology tile to remind you that that's what you've got. Because one of the problems with the original game was that if you were sat over the other side of the board from the technology board, you might forget which technologies you've got. So that's what I think these are for. Philip will tell me if I'm right or not. But that is yours. That is your technology for the rest of the game. And then...
Well, first of all, I should
Oh,
pay
you've got to
for this.
pay the gold.
Then...
Also, yes, if you claim either one of these 2 technologies, you move up the blue track. If you claim either one of these 2, you go up on the red track, and either one of these 2 is on the green track. So as an extra bonus for claiming that technology, you move up on the blue track.
I do. And I will be moving up the blue track
Which
again,
is 1 more resource.
which will be a gold.
There we go.
I don't believe in any other resources.
No, there is only gold,
Yeah.
and your worker levels up to level 10.
Yes. I also will pay a cocoa for performing that action.
Right, okay.
That makes it my game.
There you go.
I will move this worker
This
from
one?
here onto the technology thing.
Did you pay the cocoa?
You did.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you doing the main action?
I'm doing the main
So that
action.
gives you 2 cocoa, because there is 2 dice already there. Well, two other colours already there.
And I will spend 2 gold.
Yeah. Same one or a different one?
No, I'm going to go for the middle one
Right.
to get a bonus worker.
Yeah.
Discount
So you move up on the red track, which is 1 point for yellow. There we go. So that technology there means that any time Tom performs action number 8, which is the construction action where you build bits of the pyramid, he's got 1 extra worker called Dave as a mate, and Dave comes with either a piece of wood or a piece of stone. So he's got help whenever he's building the pyramid, is what that one does.
Good old Dave.
Yeah. So you paid the cocoa, you paid the gold, you got the tech. You need technology number 15.
Oh, yeah.
Technology number 15. There you go.
And ascend my...
And your worker gets older. and you've moved up on the red track.
Yes.
So that's it. That's the end of the first round.
Then
So we moved the eclipse marker on one space,
Which
which I've already done
that.
when I was
Demonstration,
demonstrating. And then it's back to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this worker, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to perform the main action. There is one coloured dice already there, or dice of one colour, so I pay 1 cocoa. But now I have 2 dice on that space, so I'm using this row here, but the 1 is still the lowest dice. So unfortunately, it is this column here. So because I've got 2 dice, it's this. The lowest dice is a 1, which is this. So I still only get 1 stone, but what this means is that only one of those workers is going to level up. So I need to make a decision about whether I want to, because the value 1 workers are generally quite weak. So, yeah, I think I'm going to level that one up to level 2. I think if you are playing a game where you don't start with your 4th worker, and you really want that extra worker early, you kind of want to rush one of your dice to 6 early on.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Honestly, that I think it's worth noting that in a lot of worker placement games, getting an extra worker is really good because it gives you more actions.
Yes.
An extra worker in this doesn't give you more actions; it just gives you a bit more choice.
And potentially the actions are more powerful if you stack them up.
But
in the Eclipse phase, spoilers, we're going to have to feed our workers with cocoa, or pay them a salary, as it is in this game. Yes. Right, so that's me done. Paid the cocoa, did the main action, got the stone, leveled up. Mark.
Well, unfortunately, for some reason, my people want to be fed, so I might have to actually have something for them
Get some
to eat.
cocoa.
So I will go to this spot, because since there are already 2 other dice there, I will get 2 cocoa for them, plus 1.
So you're choosing the get cocoa,
Get cocoa.
which is, so he doesn't do the main action, instead he collects cocoa, and it's the number of, before he arrives, the number of different coloured dice there, plus 1. So it's very simple. You move there, you get 3 cocoa, done.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it does not level up because of
It
that.
does not level up. Yeah, you only level up when you do the main action. Tom.
okay, I am going to do some buildings. I've just got tech that makes that.
Yeah, so board number 8. This is going to be used a lot in this game. Now, I'm not quite... Again, this is still a prototype, but you'll notice that there are 3 spaces here. In the original game, this is the spaces where the construction pieces were for the actual pyramid. But in this version, they've been moved. They are now here. So I think they're going to remove the spaces from Action Board 8. I'm not quite sure. Philip might be able to tell us that in the chat. But again, it is just still a work in progress, this. But when you are here, if you have 1 worker, you can build 1 piece. If you have 2 workers, you can build 2 pieces. If you have 3 workers, you can build 3 pieces. The pieces that you build, if it is on the ground level, it costs 2 stone and you will get 1 point. If it's on the next level up, you need some wood for the scaffolding. So it still costs 2 stone, but it costs a wood as well, gets you 3 points. The next level up, 2 stone, 2 wood and 5 points. And the top piece of the pyramid, which is also an end of game trigger, is 2 stone and 3 wood. Now, the pieces, as I've mentioned, are here, and these are not refreshed. So if you do build more than 1 piece on your turn, these tiles are not refreshed. These are the only ones available. And you're building them on here. So ground level is the only place you can build at the moment, on these 4 spaces or these 4 spaces. But let's say that wasn't there, then that is an available space that you can build on level 2. So you can only build on the next level up if the 4 tiles below it are filled. Now, you've got, because of your technology tile, even though Tom's gone there with only 1 worker, he's counted as if he's got 2 workers. So theoretically, if you had... Oh, not theoretically. Oh, no, yeah, theoretically, because you don't have the wood.
I don't need wood if I build on the lower
Oh,
level.
you could, yeah, so Tom can build 2 pieces. So what he's got is he's got his own worker, and his technology tile is his mate, so he can build 2 pieces, and both of those pieces could be on the ground level, and your technology also gives you 1 stone discount, or 1 resource discount.
Or 1 wood discount.
It could be 1 wood. Oh, yeah, so you could build on the second level if the configuration allowed it.
Also, you build the 2 pieces one after the other. So if I built my first piece and it gave me a bonus, which gave me wood.
Right.
Which is an option.
Yeah. So, which of the pieces do you want to build?
So first of all, I will pay my cocoa.
Oh, yes. Do you pay the cocoa to perform the main action?
So I think this one goes quite nicely up here.
Okay. Oh, sorry, you can build on the next level.
I can build on
Yeah,
this.
you can. I don't know what I'm on about. So yeah, you can choose any of the pieces. You can rotate it however you want to.
Oh.
But what you're trying to do is you're trying to match symbols, because for every symbol you match, you get an extra point. So what Tom's going to do is he's going to put it on there, and that matches 3 of the symbols. So you're going to get an additional 3 points for placing it on there. So that is a 2nd level piece, which means it costs you 2 stone and 1 wood.
Okay, so
But are you going to use your discount?
yes, so that's my 2 stone
So
and
it
the
costs you
wood
the
is
2
the
stone.
discount.
Yep. So that gets you the 3 points plus an additional 3.
Yes.
So 6 points.
6 points total.
Now, also here, this track I like to call the how many pieces of the pyramid have I built this round track?
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. So Tom has built a piece of the pyramid, which means this moves up. This is going to get us points in the eclipse, at the end of the eclipse, and then all of these markers are going to reset. Do you want to build a 2nd piece?
I do.
Okay. So you can only build on the ground level because there now isn't a space available for the upper level. So 2 stone.
2 stone.
Build on the ground level.
And I want to put this one out because I want that bonus.
Right. Because of course that would
give
be
me
a
more
complete
points.
match.
But this will give me a track move,
Yeah.
which is more interesting.
And we get to explain the colours.
stage. And options how to get 2 points. So
Okay.
let's do that one.
So that was matching
It's 2 matches.
2 matches. So that's 2 points plus the base 1. So that's
Yep,
a 3-point total.
points.
But if you place a piece that has a colour on it, and that symbol matches what's under the... So it doesn't matter if the piece on the bottom was coloured. It matters if the piece that you've placed has got a colour. Then you move up the appropriate track. So because Tom placed this piece, which has a blue, and he matched that symbol, he moves up 1 on the blue track, which is another resource. You two with your blue track.
Will be another gold.
It is
Another
the
gold.
track, isn't
It's
it?
the gold track, as it
Yeah.
will now be called.
It is to start with. And that worker will level up.
That worker levels up.
Don't forget your very important job.
At the end of your turn, that moves to there. Right, okay. My go. Now, I've got 2 workers here. If I can get a 3rd one here, that's going to be great.
So we need to refill the.
Oh, we do need to refill. That's my job. There we go. Right, okay. So I think I'm going to leave these 2 here. I think we're going to start moving this one round. It's just where do we want to go? The palace, by the way, which is board number 1, there is no main action at the palace. Your only options when you arrive at the palace are gaining cocoa or worshipping by locking your worker into one of those 3 spaces. And when the worker is a low number, low value, they're not very useful. So I think I'm going to move this one, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And I am going to perform the main action. So it only costs me 1 cocoa. I get 1 cocoa. So this is the forest. So it works in exactly the same way as the quarry. I've got 1 dice. It's a value 1. So I get 1 cocoa. I'll get the cocoa back. And then it goes up to 2. And that's it. That's my turn done.
Okay. I, again, will go by my quest for gold. I'll be coming to here.
Yep.
Spending a
So
cocoa.
you're doing the main action, so it costs you 1 cocoa.
It does. Unfortunately, this is my lowest level worker.
So you've got 2 workers. Lowest one is value 1, so you get 1 gold.
Yes, but he's now better at finding gold.
Yeah, either that one or the other one. It's up to you. But you're going to do that one.
Yeah.
Tom?
So unfortunately, Mark moved the wrong worker, so I can't afford to do what I want to do. Which means I will do that and
Okay.
take 3 cocoa.
I apologise.
So you move there. There are 2. There are 2 different colours already there. So you get cocoa. You get 3 cocoa. There you go. And then your all-important job of moving the white disc. Right. So I've managed to line this up. So I'm going to move this one to here. And even though I have 2 dice there, I only pay 1 cocoa because it's based on the colours, the number of colours that are there. There is only 1 colour there, so I pay 1 cocoa to do the action. And now I have 3 workers there, and the lowest value is a 2, which means I get all of this. So I get 3 points and 3 stone. Awesome. Can I have 3 points, please, Mark?
Can
I
do.
get 3 stone, 3 points, and then one of them is going to become... yeah, let's make that 3 into a 4. Yeah. Right. None of this gold nonsense. Proper stone.
You get 2 levels. 3 of. Did you do both?
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I get 2 levels up. So let's make that 2 into a 3. Thank you. I hadn't noticed that. So yeah. So if you have 3 workers there, 2 of them level up at the end.
Or one of them levels up twice.
Or one of them twice.
Yeah.
Oh right. Okay. Cool.
Right. Well, if it helps, you went in the wrong place. So I think we're even.
Yeah. I only did it because I had to.
Well, I will make the same argument. I will do something slightly differently because I think I don't have enough gold. So,
So main action.
main action.
So it's 1 cocoa,
plus a cocoa, and
3 workers. The lowest one is 2, so it's 3 gold
3
and
gold.
a move up one of the tracks.
Now this is a curious point. It depends how much I want one of these, which is not that much, because I think I would prefer to move up the green track.
Okay.
Please.
So you move up the green track, which gets you 1 cocoa.
Yes, because cocoa is often necessary.
Yep. And as you pointed out,
I
you
should
can do
probably level them up.
2 level
Yeah.
ups, or power ups as it's called in the rulebook.
Yeah. I think it's going to just be this one to a 4.
Right. Okay, Tom.
Okay. I will move this worker here onto the technology space.
Right. Main action.
Yep.
So that costs you 2 cocoa.
So 2 cocoa.
And then which technology would you like?
I would like the other one that activates on 8, which is
That's called a
the-
combo. So because you've got 2 dice here, you are allowed to choose from the bottom row as well. And you're going to choose this
I'm
one.
going to choose that one.
So that costs you 2 gold.
That's be 2 gold.
That's 2 gold. And we mark that. And that is immediately a move up on the blue track.
Yeah.
And I will get your technology number 17.
So
All of these technologies,
Good
by the
to
way,
take a result.
are fully explained in the rulebook. So one of the things that Board and Dice are really good at with their rulebooks is pretty much every tile in the game or every card in the game that's got icons, there's an appendix at the back of the rulebook just to tell you what it is. But once you know it, most of them you don't need to look them up. This one is pretty simple. It means anytime Tom does action number 8, he also moves up on one of the tracks.
So I've moved up on the blue track and taken one of these tiles.
Right. So just as a reminder, as we mentioned earlier on, when you move to a space with these discovery tiles, you look through them, you can choose one of them, or you can take the pre-printed option that was on the board. These discovery tiles, unlike the ones on the main board, will not refresh. So there is a certain number of them on each space based on the number of players in the game. But yeah, they don't get refilled once they've been taken. End of turn.
So
Moves on.
that happens, and one of those workers powers up.
Think. Right. Now, because I've got 4 dice, I know some of you might be thinking, what happens if I actually get all 4 dice on the same space? Because there isn't a row for 4 workers. It's treated as 3. So you can have all 4 on a space, but there's no other benefit for doing so. Well, I've got all of this stone, and I do like building the pyramid. So I think I'm going to move one of these dice, and okay, let's make it the 4. I'm going to move it to here. So because I've got 2 workers, I can build 2 pieces of the pyramid. First piece of the pyramid. Oh, yeah, I have to pay 1 cocoa to do the action. 2, 3, 4. The first piece of the pyramid is going to cost me 2 stone. And I think I just want that because there's no coloured symbols out. I'm just after points. So what I could do, as Tom was saying earlier on, I'm building 2 pieces. I build them one after the other. So if I built my first one there, then I could then build my second one here if I had any wood. I don't have any wood, so I can't do that. And I don't think I want to open that up for anybody else. So my first piece is going to be here. So that's a complete match. All 4 symbols match. So So that's 4 points plus the 1 for building on the ground level. So I get 5 points for that. And then my second one, what's the best match here? That's a 3-point match. If I put it there, although it does open up stuff for other people. Do anything fancy with that one?
Don't think
No,
you're
that's
gonna
2
get
points.
2 points with
Yeah,
that.
okay, I'll put it there. So that's a 3-point bonus plus the 1. That's another 4 points. And I've built 2 pieces of the pyramid. So, like
So
I said,
I built 2 pieces.
you built 2
like I
pieces
said,
as well, didn't you?
Demonstrated
Yeah.
after the first piece.
Yeah. That's it. Now, one of these workers gets older. Let's take the 4 and make them a 5. Getting close to ascension. He's getting old.
He's lived a good life.
He's had a good life. He spent 20 years down a quarry and then 10 years building a piece of pyramid.
He has a legacy.
He does. Yeah. He's etched his name on the side.
Maybe that's what led to his untimely demise. I think for people being in the way, related reasons, I will be coming here and simply gaining cocoa. It's
So there are 3 different colours there, so you get 4 cocoa.
4 cocoa is hard to turn down. And I get one of these new shiny things.
Alex is asking, is the base of the pyramid different? What's printed on the board? So the starting pieces that we put in the pyramid, that was because it's a 3-player game. You still put them in a 4-player game, just less of them and in slightly different places. So you always start with bits of the pyramid already built. But what you do is you just take tiles out of the bag at random and you put them on at random. You don't put specific ones in specific places. Right,
Okay.
Tom.
To you, Tom.
I have a lack of resources. That's not a very good number currently. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my number 2 from there. I'm going to put it over here.
So 1, 2, 3. Are we going to be explaining the palace board?
I think we are.
Because you could just take cocoa
I could
and
just
you'd
take
get
it.
1, which is pretty weak.
Yes.
So the palace board, as mentioned briefly earlier, there is no main action on the palace board. The only thing you can do is worship, and we haven't actually seen worshipping yet. But when you worship, you choose one of the key spaces, which is a locked space, and you put the worker on that space. Now, doing that does not cost you any cocoa because you only pay cocoa if you're performing the main action. Which one of those spaces do you want to go on?
I think it's actually going to be this one.
Right.
It's,
So if you look carefully, you will see that there's a little letter A there, a B here, and a C here. You don't just pick three of these tiles at random at the start of the game. You always have 1A, 1B, and 1C. And each one is different and explained in the rulebook. But what this one does is Tom's going to get 2 points for each of his locked workers, but only up to a maximum based on the number of pips that he has. So, for example, if right now you had 5 locked workers, which would be impossible, but if you did, you'd still only be able to get 4 points because you've only got 2 pips. As it is, you've only got 1 locked worker,
yeah.
which is that one, so it's 2 points.
Yeah.
Now, that locked worker is, believe it or not, locked. Tom cannot move that worker again until it is unlocked. And what will happen as the game goes on, you will be locking your workers, and then eventually you need to either spend your turn unlocking them or spend 3 cocoa to unlock them before you take your normal turn. And the discovery tile.
Yes.
So when you lock a worker at the palace, you may choose to buy the discovery tile for 1 cocoa. And this will replenish if you do.
And
I guess you're going to.
That is
Yeah.
the main reason I didn't.
Right,
really
okay.
have to get 2 points.
No, 2 point
Yes,
move is quite weak. So all the discovery tiles are different. Most of them are fairly obvious what they do. That one is very simple. Tom can flip it over at any time on his turn. 1 off, get 2 resources. And that discovery tile does replenish and you've got the bag. Nice. Okay, all done?
Yes.
Right, my go.
Someone has pointed out, did you pay for your second tile?
I didn't take my second tile. Thank you very much. That's why we do these live streams, because I can't be trusted to do everything. Right. So I don't really want to move here, because I can't really build again. And I'd only get 1 cocoa if I took cocoa. I don't need the cocoa. But also, I haven't got any gold to get a tech. I haven't got any wood to go here. So I think... So this is interesting. Because these boards have come out next to each other, there is a pile up the workers here, get loads of stone, go here and build loads of stuff. If this board was over there, that would be a lot trickier. And that's where the variability comes in with the placement of these boards. It might not seem much, but it really does change the flow of the game.
Obviously, in a way, having those close to each other makes it really good to do that strategy, but also means what do you do?
What the other stuff? Yeah, we've done the stuff. Oh, we've now got to do the slow walk home. So I'm tempted to leave those two there, and I'm tempted to either go here and get be a gold, or go here and get some cocoa. I think we're going to get some cocoa. So I'm going to move the 3. I'm going to move it 1 space. I'm going to collect cocoa. There's 2 other colours there, so I get 3 cocoa. That's my turn done. You don't want to run out of cocoa because in the Eclipse, which is when that reaches that, and we have to pay our workers' salary, it's 1 cocoa if they are a 1, 2 or a 3, or 2 cocoa if they're a 4 or a 5. And for each cocoa you're missing, you lose 3 points, which is a lot.
Okay.
Right.
I guess I will actually do the plan that I've been trying to do for a while.
Hey.
Which is move over here.
Yep.
And pay.
So which one's just arrived?
It is.
The 4's just arrived. So there were 3 colours here.
Yep. So I have to spend the extortionate price of 3 cocoa.
3 to do the main action. Right. This is board number 7. So I'm going to press button 7 on my little device. There we go. So this is the decoration space. This is a really expensive space to use. It's very powerful. It costs 3 gold to place a decoration, and you will get 3 points for doing it. Now, if you have 1 worker on the space, you build 1 decoration and it costs you 3 gold. If you have 2 workers on the space, you can still only build 1 decoration, but you get a discount of a gold. And if you've got 3 workers, which Mark does, you get a discount of 2 gold. So it's only going to cost you 1 gold to build a decoration. Now, the decorations are actually here. So these are the 4 decorations currently available. Now, the decorations are basically the golden stairs that you're putting on the sides. So the first decoration on each side must start off on this bottom space. But once that space has been paved with gold, you can then build on the next space up. So Mark, your choices are there, 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 or there. But let's say, for example, Mark built here. Then the next stair on that side could go here. And then the next one could even go there. So you don't have to build all 4 before you go up to the next level. As long as the lower level is complete and those 2 spaces are there, you can build up. Now, if you look carefully, there's a tiny little arrow on each of these. The arrow must point to the centre. It's an additional restriction because otherwise these would be way too powerful. They're already very powerful. Which tile would you like to place?
So I think I'm actually going to take this one.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get the full effect of it because I'm
It's
going
quite
to
hard to get.
put it here.
Yep.
But because I have 1 match, it's going to be extra points.
So it's a 3 point anyway for the tile, and you've matched one symbol, so you get an extra 1 point. So that's 4 points.
Yeah. And I have this technology.
Yeah, Mark has technology number 9, which means every time he places a decoration, he gets an additional 4 points. That's 8 points.
That puts me to 8 points.
Nice. And you might be thinking, well, what's the colours? Well, it works in exactly the same way. Because Mark has placed that coloured symbol, and it's green, and he's matched it there, he moves 1 space up on the green track.
Which I've been told cocoa is useful.
Apparently so.
And I believe that is true. Take another cocoa.
Can we just ask you to bring your resources a bit forward, because you can't see the gold.
Which, on that note, one of these shouldn't be here, because I do have to pay for this decoration.
You do have to pay 1 gold for the decoration.
The last step.
A decoration counts as a piece of the pyramid, so that moves up to there. And do you want to be in charge of the replenishing the decorations?
I suppose
so we've each got a bag.
I don't seem to have any resources again.
Again.
So
You don't keep spending them.
Yeah. Or just steal some from Mark. He's clearly got too many.
Well, I have ways of making them. So maybe I will just make some straight away. So yeah, let's do that. That's not because I can't do it fully. So let's move the 3 over here.
So the 3 goes here to the gold deposit.
So I will pay a cocoa.
You pay cocoa to do the main action.
And
You've got 1 dice. It is value 3.
get
You
gold.
get a gold. And then that 3 becomes a 4. Moves on.
I forgot a step.
What did you
I
forget?
have not picked up one of my workers,
Ah, yes.
which will be the 4 to a 5.
Okay. Right. I'm going to send... Oh, no, if I send the 5 there, he will then become a 6. Don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to send the 3 to here. I will do the main action, so that costs me 2 cocoa. I have 1 die, it is value 3. I get a gold, and then the 3 becomes 4. And that's it.
Okay. Hopefully people have vacated a space to make it less expensive. Very nice of you all. I'm going to send this fella over here.
Going to do the main action.
Yep.
It
So
costs 1 cocoa.
spending a cocoa. I will then spend
Take any one of those 3.
2 gold. And I seem to be building decorations. So
You're
let's
going with this
take
tech.
Yeah.
So this tech is an interesting one. This isn't included in the base game. This is from one of the expansions, technology number 16. What it means is whenever you are building a decoration, you know I mentioned that you have to put them with the arrows pointing into the middle. Well, if you have this technology, you don't need to do that. You can have them facing either way. And you get a free bump up on the green temple
I do.
for doing that.
Which will send me up to here. So
And you're going to take that tile
this
and you're going to use it straight away
I
for
am.
another bump up the green temple.
So I flip this to show that I've used it.
Yeah.
And then I will take 2 more cocoa.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I will remember
So level him up.
pick this up.
Yep. Okay.
I am going to bring this guy over here and take 4 cocoa.
Yeah, so there's 3
Three.
different colours already there, so you get 4 cocoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
Thank you.
And I'll wait for you to do your
Yeah.
divine duty.
Important job. Yeah.
Tiles.
Right, and then I'm going to move this 5. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. So I now have 2 workers there. The lowest one is a 4, which means I get 3 gold and 2 points. I've been told about this gold. Apparently it's good. 2 points. And one of those gets older. Now I could level up the 5 to a 6, which means that they would ascend. Do I want to do that? I don't know whether I want to do that at this stage. So, no, I'm not going to. I am going to put that 4 into a 5. 2 5s. Means if that eclipse does happen, it's going to be very expensive for me. But we'll do something before that. Right, Mark.
It's going to be an interesting spectacle watching some.
Oh, I need to pay my cocoa. Yes, I need to pay 2 cocoa to do that action. Oh, that means I've got even less.
Got to spend cocoa to make resources.
Yeah.
I think I will take this fella over to here.
Mhm.
I will spend the requisite 2 cocoa, since I already have a dino as well. And I will then...
2 dice. Lowest one is a 2.
Yep, so I will gain 2 more gold.
2 more
because, as you pointed out, it's good.
Mm.
And then one of these will level up, and I think it will be the 3 for impending eclipse-related reasons.
Okay. Interesting, where I could move 2 of them together.
By this point yesterday, I'd built 3 houses in here. None of us have viewed this board yet. We've not explained this.
It'll probably
We'll
happen.
get it.
It'll probably happen. I'm sure it will.
There's other things to build first.
Yeah.
So let's bring this 4 over here.
Mm-hmm. Main action.
Main action.
Costs you 1 cocoa.
So 1 cocoa.
So you've got 1 die with a 4. You get 2 stone. And then they become a 5.
Yes.
And important job.
Okay, so Yes. Now then. I wasn't going to decorate at this point, but I think decorations might be the order of the day.
I think you can just leave it to me. It's
I'm just looking to see what things are lining up. Unfortunately, there isn't a double. So
I don't think any of them are lining up at the moment.
that one perfectly matches there, but I can't build there
Yeah.
until there has been built. So yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Okay, we're going to do it. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, but it's really expensive.
It is quite.
So I'm not going to do it. And that means my 5 doesn't go to a 6, which I didn't want. So we're going to go here, and there's 3 different colours, so I get 4 cocoa. That sorted the cocoa situation out. Decorations can come another day.
If it helps, I didn't like that move.
It's expensive.
And yeah, George is asking,
Yeah, it
I
has
think,
made it
what this space is. So there is one of the other little mini expansions we're not using, which is the season cards. Have you played with them?
Yes.
Okay.
I've done, yeah.
Right. So this has got more expensive, but it still needs to be done. So I will be moving to.
You're decorating.
Here,
Yeah.
which is going to cost 4
cocoa to do the action.
You don't need cocoa. It's
But
fine.
because you've got 3 workers, it's only another 1 gold.
It is only 1
Cheap
gold.
decorations.
Yeah. And we've got a master engineer who knows how to finagle these, so that's not
Oh, you
backwards.
do,
That's
don't you?
fine. That's totally fine.
Oh, we didn't give you that tech.
Oh, yes.
But you remembered you had it.
I remembered I had it, yeah.
There you go. Technology number 16. So you can reverse them.
I have done the reversey.
So you get 3 points because that's what you normally get.
Yep, 2 matches.
2 because of 2 matches, which is 5, plus
Yep,
your 4, so 9 points.
9 points.
It's like he knows what he's doing.
I mean, this is all I know what I'm doing, so that might become a problem later on. So I also move up the green track because we have a
green. Yep.
match.
So you move up on the green track and you get another 2 cocoa.
That helps a bit. Not enough, but a bit.
And
then
one of
something
those
to
3
move up.
workers levels up.
So I think we do this to a 6.
Okay, so we have our first ascension for those people who wanted to know what happens when you get a 6. Now, as I mentioned, these dice are the ones that I've got from another game. The ones that are going to be included are wooden dice with custom printing on the 6 to show that somebody's died. So what happens is we get the ascension bonuses, which I think I've got a preset for. No, not that one. That one. Right, so these are the 5 different ascension bonuses that you can take any time a die gets to a 6. However, Mark can't take this one because this one is getting your 4th worker. So he can't take that one because he's already got his 4th worker. So it's 5 cocoa, 1 move up on one of the tracks, 5 points, or if you spend 3 cocoa, you can move up on 2 tracks or the same track twice. So which of those ascension bonuses would you like?
Well, I'd love to take this one because I could move up twice on the green track and get some cocoa back.
Would be awesome.
But I only have 2 cocoa,
Yeah.
so I can't afford it. However, I do want to have a quick look at
Do you want
the
to have a look
stack.
through the stack?
Thank
See what's
you.
there?
See if any of these
And
are
the pre-printed bonus is 2 cocoa.
nothing.
In fact, I think the pre-printed bonus is always the same as the space below it.
That would make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're worried about, oh, how can we see what the pre-printed bonus is because it's covered over, it's the same as the space below it.
This does seem...
Just check that. Yes, it is.
So I am going to take the move up the green track
Okay.
tech.
And you're going to take one of
I'll
those.
take this one.
Yeah.
So put this back in the stack.
Now, I'm just going to show this on
Yep.
the main camera. Because some of these discovery tiles have a cost. So if there's a cost in printed in the top left, you have to pay that cost to take the tile. Using it is a free action, but you have to pay to take the tile. So Mark needs to pay 1 wood in order to take that tile. You can use it at any time on your turn,
Yeah.
including the turn in which you gained it.
I seem to have a big stack of wood here, so I think this
There
will
you
be okay. And let's put that where it's visible.
Right, now 3 other things happen when you ascend. 3 other things. The first one is there is this track here. This is the Avenue of the Dead track. And what happens is you move up 1 space on the Avenue of the Dead every time somebody ascends. Also, it speeds up the round. So every time we get an ascension, that moves one space on. And then the final thing that happens is this worker dies, but there is a newborn worker of value 1 at the palace. And that's it. So Ascension will happen multiple times during the game. Each player will probably do 3 Ascensions, maybe? 4?
It can vary quite a lot
Possibly more,
depending on
What you do?
Yeah.
what you're
Right,
doing.
okay.
And depending on technologies, there are some technologies that can speed it up.
Right, okay.
Lots.
Having both 2 players having 4 dice might mean it happens more as well.
Yeah.
So maybe
Well, it could mean it
cost more.
happens less because you're splitting your
Possibly.
power-ups across more dice.
Could be.
Yeah.
But it could mean that you're doing double power-ups more often because you've got more dice on
Yeah.
places. Yeah.
Okay. Right, Tom.
Right. So,
So the end of the first eclipse is soon.
yeah, so it could be now if I were to power up my 5.
To a 6.
Um,
Yeah, and then we'd finish that round and we'd play one more round and then it'd be over.
It's been pointed out
What
that
we
I
missed.
should have moved up.
Oh, yes,
here,
'cause
so
you did
I
another
built a
decoration.
Second decoration.
So we've all built 2 pieces of the pyramid.
I should also do my job,
This
which is to
eclipse.
replace
Refill.
the tile that I
Yeah.
just took. Thank you, Ian.
Really? I think I will do it. Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Give your mate Dave the ring.
Yeah.
So you can build 2 pieces and you've got a discount of 1 wood or 1 stone on one of those pieces.
Yes. Obviously, I've got 2 stone. I also have this, which will give me 2 more resources.
Right, okay.
Therefore,
So you're going to flip that for 2 more stone.
yes.
There you go.
And so my bonus resource will almost certainly be a wood,
Right,
so that I can put something higher up.
okay.
So I need to work out how I get the most points.
Mm.
I think white looks white, doesn't it?
No.
Which is a shame. So I kind of want to get that on to get the extra track move.
So,
The only match.
so if you put
Yeah.
that there,
That
you
would
could
make
then
that-
put that there and get the match. I
Yeah.
don't know what that does points
I
wise.
think that is potentially the best one because
Okay.
that is 2 points.
It's 2 matches there, so that's 2 points plus the 1 for the ground level.
Yeah, and that will be 3 matches. At the
Oh,
moment.
there we go.
Mm.
That's a good one then.
Nice.
So the total points for that is 1 plus 2 is 3, plus another 3 for this is 6, plus 3 matches is 9.
Yes.
So 9 points in total, and I'm going to move this before we
Plus,
forget.
it puts me up the red track, which gives me another point.
And another point for moving for the
10
red
points in total.
Nice.
10 points in total. Spending all my stone, and also because of my other tech tile, I get to go up another
Oh,
track.
because every time you take action 8, no matter how many pieces you build,
Yeah.
you get 1 move up on one of the tracks.
Yes. Which
So as I was setting up this game this morning, I had a look at the board and I thought, right, I'm going to go up the blue track. That's going to be my strategy. So I'm at the bottom of the blue track.
yeah.
I've not done that at all.
I was planning to do the green track because free food is always good.
But it's one of those games that you can look at the board and have an idea, but then as it evolves and other
Yeah.
people go down certain avenues, you think, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll do something different then.
I feel like I want the resources.
Okay, so you
I'm
move
going
up.
to do that, and I'm going to get
2
2
resources.
stone.
2 more stone. There you go. And we're going to have our next ascension. It becomes a 6. So that's moved because of the ascension. And now you get one of those benefits.
Yes. I'm slightly tempted to keep going with this.
Yep, so another 2
And
resources.
have another 2 stone.
Another 2 stone. There you go. And then you move up on the Avenue of the Dead. You've moved that. That becomes a 1.
Yes.
And that's the end of your turn, which means that now moves another 1, and that has reached that. But you finish that round, which is there, and then you play 1 more round. There is a sudden death variant in the original rulebook, which I assume is going to be included in the deluxe version. And the sudden death variant means it finishes at the end of that round. But yeah, we're playing the normal game, so you're not caught out by it.
You always know when
you know when
to
it is
eat
your
the
last
cocoa
turn.
to feed.
Yeah. So this is my last turn of the first Eclipse, and I need to make sure I've got the cocoa to pay my people. I'm going to need a total of 6, which I have. But actually, I was thinking of ascending one of them as well. So it's and this is awesome for me because there's only one colour there. So we're going to move this 5. He's had a good life. He moves here. I mean, I don't have to ascend. I could just level up one of the others, but I think I want to. Yeah. I pay 1 cocoa to do the main action. I have 3 workers there. The lowest value is a 2, so I get 3 stone and 3 points. I mean, yeah, I was considering worshipping, but I think I might do that in a bit. So 3 points, 3 stone. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we are going to ascend this one. So it becomes a 6. It goes over here. Now, you don't need to move this again, because once it's reached it, that means the eclipse has been triggered. But I will move up on the Avenue of the Dead. I will choose the... Now, if I spend 3 cocoa, that'll mean I'll have 3, which is not enough to feed my people unless one of those moves is up that track. I think I'm just going to take 5 cocoa. I'll need it at some point. And then that goes there. And I think that's it. Yep. Until I look at the chat and realise that I've forgotten something. But no, I think we're good.
Well, I need to prevent a riot or starvation. Because I only have 2 cocoa, which is less than 4 cocoa.
But you can easily go here and get
indeed,
some.
And that is the plan.
So there's 3 different colours there, so you get 4 cocoa.
I get 4 cocoa.
Nice and easy. Right, Tom, your last action.
Yes.
Before the first eclipse.
So, I feel like I've got a thing for building pyramid stuff, so I'm going to build more pyramid stuff.
Right.
Because I've got enough cocoa left.
This one.
So that one's going to go over here.
Move see it. And again, you can build 2 pieces with a 1 thing discount.
Yes.
That's a lot of pyramid pieces built.
It's a lot of pyramid pieces built.
But no colours, so no track.
Yeah,
apart from your 1 from your technology.
Yeah, I will be getting that. So.
Oh, I need to level up a second die. Oh yeah, yes. I did it again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chrissy. Let's make the 2 to a 3.
So I'm gonna assume that what I'm best off doing is putting this there.
So 2 stone and a wood.
Yep.
Dave's providing the wood.
Yeah.
So there's the 2 stone. Old Dave. That gets you 3 points plus, was it 3 matches?
It was 3 matches, yes.
So 6 points for yellow.
That one.
And piece of the pyramid.
6 points. And then I can do another one.
This will have to go on the ground level because you don't have the wood.
On the ground level. And I can't see a way I get more than 2 points. I guess I can. I can get 3 points there.
Plus the 1.
Plus the 1.
So 4 more points.
So 4 more points.
And another piece of the pyramid.
Another piece of the pyramid. And I get a track step.
Because of your technology.
I think at this stage I am going to do...
Which gets you 1 cocoa.
Because I just spent cocoa.
Right, okay. So we have our first eclipse. So everything that you do in the eclipse is printed on the board here. And we have to pay salaries for our workers. So we'll do mine first. Anything 1, 2 or 3 is 1 cocoa, and a 4 or 5 is 2 cocoa. So I have to pay 1, 2, 3. I have to pay 5 cocoa. Mark,
okay.
You have to pay 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And Tom, you have to pay 1, 2, 3.
And just while I'm remembering, I should have leveled up that worker as well.
Right, so we've all paid the salaries of our workers. Next is the Avenue of the Dead. So I think I've got a preset for this. You should press that button. No, it's board number 6. which is this one. Right, so the Avenue of the Dead. None of us have done this yet, but hopefully we will before the end of the game. We will be building these houses and removing them from this track. But what we now do is we look at the visible number here, which starts off at 5, and it will go down as these houses are built. And that is 5 points per space that we have moved up the Avenue of the Dead track. And you move up the Avenue of the Dead track when somebody dies, or whenever you build a house here. So when you build a house here, you move up as well. But none of us did that. So it's 5 points each. Because we've all moved one step up on here, and it's currently valued 5. So we all get 5 points for that. The next thing is big pyramid scoring. So first of all, whoever built the most pieces, the player or players that built the most pieces of the pyramid that turn will get 4 points, which is Tom.
Yep.
And then in Eclipse 1, we all get 4 points per piece that we built. In Eclipse 2, it's 3 points, and in Eclipse 3, it's 2 points. So, Tom, you built 6 pieces, 4 points each, 24, putting you on 65. Me and Mark must try harder. 2 pieces each, we get 8 points each. And then, and I did mention this earlier, but this track resets, so everything moves back to the start. We then do mask collection points. Now, none of us have done this at all, but some of the discovery tiles have masks on them. It is a set collection mechanism, and what you do at this point is you score points based on how many masks you've got that are different. It is a triangular number sequence, so it goes 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, and there's a lot of different types of masks. I think there might even be 10 or 11 different types. Some of them are more common than others, and the more rarer ones cost more to buy. But there are masks available. They are on these blue tiles. We've just not taken any of those yet. But I think that's it. Then, because we're playing a 3-player game, these dummy workers are going to move.
Yeah.
Don't think anything else happens at the end of an eclipse.
Resetting this.
Other than resetting this, yeah. So this goes back to the start, but this moves 1 space. So the next eclipse is going to be a bit shorter, and then the third eclipse is going to be shorter still. Right, so I'm drawing 2 cards, and we are putting the black ones on, and assuming this isn't the 2, no, that is the 2 that we had earlier. Where were they? 2, 5, and 7? Yeah, that's where they were earlier. I've been putting them back on top rather than the bottom. Right, 1, 2, and 4. So 4, 1, and 2, and that's it. That's all you do with the dummy workers. Is they just make it more expensive to go to those places and do the main action, or it means that you get more cocoa when you go to that space to do the action. Right, are we ready for Eclipse 2?
Well, we're ready for round 2. The eclipse is at the end.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not ready for Eclipse.
No.
We need to refill here.
We need to refill here. That's my job. So, Mark, I think we need to go into an alliance. And if we add our scores together,
You're nearly there.
we are nearly there. But no, pyramid building pits of the pyramid in the first part of the game is important because they're worth 4 points each. So yeah, it's pretty big.
Obviously, as you build them later rounds, they're worth more.
They're worth more
anyway,
because you're building them higher. Yeah.
You're not going to have many more options to build at the bottom.
Okay, so I did have a plan, and that plan was to move to the palace. So I'm going to move this one space to the palace, and we are going to lock the worker, and we're going to lock the worker here. So what this does is it allows me to spend 1 cocoa to gain 1 wood and 1 stone. I can do that a number of times equal to the value on the dice. So up to 5 times I can spend cocoa to gain a wood and a stone. And in addition to that, I can spend 1 cocoa to gain that tile. Unfortunately, I've only got 6 cocoa. So I can't do as much as I would like because I do want to buy that. So I spend a cocoa to buy that tile, which costs an extra cocoa. So that's 2 cocoa, which means I can only do this 4 times. I spend all of my cocoa, but I gain 4 wood and 4 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that worker is locked. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I might as well use this, flip it over, and move up on that track. Done. What we got? We got a mask. One of those masks that we've spoken about.
Right. Someone told me there's a pyramid to build.
Apparently.
I only just heard about it.
Apparently, Tom's done most of it already, so...
Actually, before I do that, I should actually look at what's available to build, because that might inform that decision slightly.
So right now, there is a space available for building on the 3rd level.
Which costs 2 wood, which I do have.
2 wood and 2
I will
stone.
be needing to spend this in a moment to get some stone.
So yeah, there is a space available there for level 3.
Yeah. The matches aren't great.
No, the matches are not good. Okay, 2
Mind
points.
you, they're not that great anywhere as far as I can see. That one... Nope. Oh no, that's 3 matches. That's not too bad. That's probably the... Oh, hang on a minute. That's a track movement. And 2 matches and a track movement, I think, feels better.
Well, green
Yeah.
track for you is good.
Yeah, there's these masks.
There's a mask.
That's not a mask. That might be useful. Yeah, so I'll move over to here and build this pyramid.
So you're going to do the main action, so that costs you 1 cocoa.
First of all, I will flip this to get myself
Some stones.
some stone. And then we will spend 2 stone.
You spent the cocoa.
I have not.
Cocoa to do the main action,
Yeah.
and then you're spending 2 stone,
2 stone.
and
No, because I'm doing the...
you're just doing the ground level. So
Yeah.
just 2 stone.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
So it's 1 point
Yeah,
plus 2 matches.
2 matches.
So 3 points.
3 points.
And because you played a green symbol covering over the same symbol,
Yep.
you move up on the green track,
Yep.
which moves you onto here. Do you want one of those 2?
I think the bottom one might come in handy.
Okay, so that costs
I'll
you
take that and I'll spend my last remaining.
last
cocoa.
remaining cocoa. Right. Thank you, Chrissy, for answering the question. But Simon was asking if you can ascend 2 dice at the same time.
I will also pick this.
Like if
back
you
up.
went here, did 2 things, had 2 5s, yes, you could ascend both the dice.
And
Yeah.
in certain situations, you may be required to.
Build a piece of the pyramid.
I did build a piece of
So I've been playing a lot of the game with only 2 workers available.
Yeah, because you locked one in
Yeah.
quite early on, didn't you?
That seems like too many. So let's lock another one.
Right, so we are having our first locking in of a non-palace space. So the way that the locking in works is that you basically put them on this space here, which is the key space, and you then either gain this bonus here, which is temple movement on the green track, or you take this discovery tile, or you pay 1 cocoa to do both of them. Now, if there was already somebody here, you can kick them out. You pay 1 cocoa, you kick them out, they then become unlocked, and you take their place. That's how that works. So what would you like to do?
I would like to do both.
So you pay 1 cocoa, so you get a green movement, you get that, which is effectively a blue movement.
I don't see any reason not to use my blue
No.
movement ability straight away.
So blue movement moves to there, you get 2
2
points.
points.
And the green movement moves you to
There.
here. Do you want that tile, or do you want 1 cocoa? That's
Yeah,
far
that
better than
is
1 cocoa.
At least 1 cocoa.
So that tile that Tom's just taken is at any point in the game where he needs to pay cocoa, including the Eclipse part, he can just flip that tile over and say, no, you're not getting paid.
Yeah. Refill that place.
And I need to refill that space.
This will move on.
Now this piece, I believe, was a promo piece included in something
Certainly
somewhere.
Not in my copy of the game.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not very good.
It's-
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get it to work. But
Yeah.
if you can do it,
yeah.
it's
And
good.
you've moved that on?
I have moved that on.
Right. Okay. So I've got 1 locked worker, which is fine. I don't have any cocoa whatsoever.
Yep, I know that feeling.
I had loads. I even took 5. Then again, I've just spent loads to buy lots of this. I don't know what I'm complaining about. But it does mean Oh, I can't even do that. Oh, it's painful. Okay, so we're going to move this one to here, and we're just going to get 2 cocoa. It's an inefficient move, but going to set myself up for something better later.
Now, if I remember correctly, when you're doing the getting cocoa, you don't count locked workers.
Correct.
If I were to go here, it would only get 2 cocoa.
When you're gaining cocoa or spending cocoa, it doesn't count the ones that are locked.
I think instead what I will do is take this one and move it to here and get myself 3 cocoa.
3 cocoa.
Which in comparison is loads.
Yeah. It's an infinite amount more than you had.
Well, 2 locked workers is quite inefficient. So let's lock the
3
third.
workers, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take the unlocked one, which is the
Yeah.
one I can move, and I'll put it over here.
All the
which
way
is
on board number 4.
only place I can lock
So it
it.
moves 1, 2, 3. It goes here. Are you paying a cocoa to do both?
I'm not, because I don't have the
Okay,
wood.
so you
to
can
buy
either
the
move
mask.
up on the blue track or pay a wood to get a mask.
So I've got no wood.
Oh, right. Okay. So you just move up on
So
the
I'll
blue
move
track.
Up on the blue track.
Yeah.
And I will take 2 stone, please.
2 stone for moving up on
Moving
the
up
on the blue track. So all of your workers are locked. So on your next turn, you will unlock them, and that's it. Or pay 3 cocoa to unlock them and then take a turn. You don't have 3 cocoa. So
I do have a don't pay.
oh, you do have a
cocoa
don't
tile.
pay cocoa. Right. Okay. Nice. Okay. So that is now moving to here. I pay 1 cocoa to do the main action. I have 3 workers, and I will remember to level up 2 of them this time. But the lowest one is a 1, so I get 2 stone and a point. 2 stone, a lot of stone. And I get 1 point. And then 2 of them level up. So let's have in fact, let's have them all at 3. There you go. Right. That's me done.
Right, never mind this pyramid nonsense. Let's make it look pretty. So, I'm going to move this over here.
I'm just going to step away for a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
Right, so this only costs 1 gold, thankfully. And it's time to build a decoration, which is going to be this one, because this fits perfectly.
Without needing to turn it around.
I don't even need to turn it around.
It's
Yeah.
a waste of technology.
Look, I don't need to. People are working hard enough as it is. Alright, so we're getting 3 points for building it, 2 points because there are 2 matches.
Is he at it again?
And yes, thought I'd get back to it.
Oh, and a double.
Yeah,
Wow.
and an additional 4 points from here. So I believe that's
And one of
9,
those.
9 points in total. Plus moving up those tracks.
On a red and a blue.
Well, the red is just going to be a simple gain a point.
Point.
And let's see what these are. I think they're both masks.
They are both masks.
I'm not
Are
sure.
any of us going to do masks in this game?
I feel like if we were going to do them, we should
We
have
need-
started.
need-
Yeah,
with that.
that's my feeling as well. So I think I'm just going to take this, the thing underneath. I'll
One
get
resource.
a resource. And I don't.
It's nice to say, shouldn't it be 2 cocoa, red and black, 2 colours?
But it is always +1 when you take cocoa.
Yeah. Was that it? Was that the thing? I don't
I
know.
think
I'm not sure.
that possibly was.
I don't know where you moved to.
That was. Oh,
Was that-
because possibly because that was locked and I didn't notice that it was locked. But I don't think that was the case. No, it wasn't that die.
I'm not quite sure which move he's talking about.
Yes,
No,
not sure.
I'm not sure.
Which action are you currently doing?
I'm doing
You're
this
currently
one.
doing
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
This action.
Which paid 1 cocoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it was.
Right, I need
And-
to work out what was it.
Yeah, Matthias, which action was it that you think it was 2 cocoa? Obviously, we've got a little bit of a delay with the YouTube chart to us, so it's a bit tricky to work it out.
Yeah. So yes, I think I will take a stone
For that.
for moving.
And you got the
that,
points
yeah.
for that
I
one.
did get the point.
And you get 1.
Yes,
power up.
that is part of the game.
Okay, Chrissy is saying it was the number 4 tile space. So yeah, I can't quite remember, but yes, the yellow one is locked. So if you went here to gain cocoa, it would have been 2, and apparently you gained 3.
Okay. I will trust people.
If that's
who
right,
pay
if that's
attention.
right. So basically, Mark loses a cocoa and out. Is that right? I mean, I can't remember that.
It would have been 3 because there's the red and the black is 2 colours and it's +1 when you're gaining.
Well, no. If you
Oh,
move the red
right,
there,
no, because I just moved the red over here. So there
He
was
moved
a red
red
there.
there when there was a red.
There was
a
on
red
his
there.
There
last
was a
turn,
red
and then
there.
he's moved one of those 2 off this turn.
Yeah,
yeah. So it was 3. It should be 3.
yeah. No, that
Yeah,
was
you always gain 1 more cocoa than the number of colours. When you're gaining cocoa, when you're spending cocoa, it's the number of colours. Right. Okay. Thank you, Luke, for letting me know.
Right, let's carry on.
Right, where was I before?
We've got other people downstairs playing games, and yeah, Luke was one of them. He's just left.
So I need to unlock all my workers.
Are
Um,
you going to pay them?
I think I probably should because it just feels like
So you pay 3 cocoa, but you're going to flip your tile
this
to avoid
card
paying.
flipped.
They all unlock, and now you take a normal turn.
Yeah. Which might be to move one of them and get 3 cocoa,
Okay.
which is definitely efficient. So yeah. There is some logic
2 different
here.
colours there, not counting the locked one. Gain 3 cocoa. And you're all done.
I am.
So you move your white disc, and then I will go here, and we will use this chap to build a piece of the pyramid. Now then, I could build here. In fact, do I want to do that? Thought I was going to do something different. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go, just because we haven't seen it yet, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go
Yeah.
board number 6.
That board does exist.
Yes, this board number 6. So this is building a house for the nobles. I can only ever build 1 house. It costs 2 wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. So I spend my 2 wood. I then take the house from this track here. You always take the one from the bottom. Now, if I had 1 worker on the space, I can only put it here. And if in fact this is full, I can't do it. If I had 2 workers, I could put it here. And if I had 3 workers, I could put it here. So it's only ever 1 house. So because I got 1 worker there, I can only put it here, which is 3 points. But every time you build a house, you move up on the Avenue of the Dead. So I get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And then that goes to 4. And that's it. Yeah.
Right. I hear there's still a pyramid here.
We do need another.
We need another decoration tile.
We do need a decoration. Slacking on my job. Oh, that's exciting.
So that's another piece which wasn't included in the base game
Yeah.
and was included somewhere as some kind of promo or bonus or something. It basically means if you match that icon, you get a move up on any one temple.
Interesting.
Right. So I was. Oh dear, has that changed things?
More decorations, sir?
Nobody has much. Oh, you've got some gold.
I do. I don't know what I'm doing with it.
Lots of.
I might eat it.
You're not. I think you're not close enough, so I think it's fine unless you do something crazy I'm not expecting, which will be entertaining in itself. So, I will come here and keep building this pyramid I've just recently learned about. So I think
You've spent 2 stones, so you're building on the
yeah,
bottom
I
level.
think I might actually spend the extra wood
Okay.
and build
on the
top
next level.
because it's quite a lot.
So that's here.
I think it's here, isn't it?
There is 2 wood.
Yeah, I spent.
Oh, you spent 2 wood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're building on that bit there.
Yes. So I think it was going to be. I think these are almost the same.
And yeah, Metai, if you count the colours that were there before you moved. Oh, before you moved spending cocoa and the colours there after moved when gaining. No, it's the same. It's the same for both.
Yeah, it's the same count for either.
Yes,
it's
it's
just
always the colours
plus
that
1
were there
gaining.
before you moved.
Okay, so this will get me 5 points for the level.
Yep.
There are 2 matches, so that's another 2
Another
points.
2.
And I think that's it.
And no colours on the tile that you've placed, so no
Yeah, but I do
Do you get a piece of that?
move
Yeah.
up the Dave track.
Okay.
And power up your worker.
And power
And
the
power
workers.
my worker, yes.
3.
Okay. I am going to use this.
So that discovery top is you can move 2 workers together.
Yes. Which means if I bring these 2 to here, which costs 1 cocoa,
Pay Coco to do the main action.
it means I get 2 wood rather than the 1 I would have done otherwise.
2 wood.
Which feels useful.
Okay.
And one of those.
Yeah. And that ends the round. Okay, right. So I think I might do that again. 1, 2, 3. Spend 2 wood. Build another house, but because I've got 2 workers, I can put it on this, which is 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 5. And that moves me up on this track, which means I can take one of these. Ooh. I'm going to take that one. The boring one.
Quite useful though.
Yeah, and I think
Very useful.
that 4 is going to become a 5. Okay, done.
Alright. There's a temptation to do that. In fact, that's probably the right order to do this in. So I will move this fella over to here and get myself some more gold.
So main action costs you 2 cocoa.
It will cost 2 cocoa. It's fine, I'll fix that in a moment.
Get 2 gold and power one of them up.
Power one of them.
Apparently I need to pay 1 cocoa. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay. I'm going to move one of these 2. Particularly mind which one it is. There.
Main action,
Main action.
2 cocoa.
2 cocoa.
I'm happy remembering other people needing to pay cocoa,
Yeah.
which is not myself.
Much easier.
So 2 workers, lowest one is a 1. You get a stone.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
1 stone.
It sets things up,
Who's-
and crucially, it means that 1 is no longer a 1.
That 1 is now a 2.
So not great.
End of the next round. Okay, so
Oh, I have to use that.
I'm now moving this 5 to here. We are locking them into here. And I can convert up to 5 resources, and each one I convert gets me 2 cocoa. So let's get rid of all this stone that I've been sitting on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 cocoa. That's it. Yep. And I've not forgotten to pay the cocoa or level up, because you don't do that when you're worshipping.
You had the option to buy the mask, but
I do have the option to buy the mask, but it costs a wood, and I don't have a wood. Oh, I could get a wood by doing this, but as you say, I think at this stage in the game, let's just have a quick look, because it would be nice to show off the mask rules, but I don't want to do it if it's actually a really bad move. Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I think we might have a game where we don't see anybody collecting masks, but just how it is.
That's fine. You're
you might be
building
able to get a bit out of it if you started now, but
Yeah.
you're not going to.
I've got other
You're not going to
plans.
get a lot out of it.
Yeah, I've got other plans.
If you were going to go heavily into it,
Mm.
you definitely wanted to.
I think if you were playing earlier on, when it was clear that none of us were collecting masks, if one of us then started collecting them, they wouldn't have much opposition.
Yeah.
But because they score each eclipse,
Yeah.
if you've not scored anything for them in the first eclipse,
Yeah.
kind of wasted that way.
Right. I think we're gonna do a boring move and come over here and just get 3 cocoa.
Yep.
Apparently, you need cocoa to do things.
Iron Sabbath says the masks are difficult to make work usually. Yes, but you were saying earlier that if you do get them to work, they are very powerful.
But I think also with expansion stuff in, they can work a lot better.
Okay, right.
Because I think it used to be you'd only get to 7 masks, which
Yes.
is a maximum of 28 points.
There's
and
more
obviously you weren't
now.
going to score that 3 times, was you? If you can get 66 points off them in
Yeah.
the last scoring,
Yeah.
and 45 in the one before, and depending
Right,
on the
okay.
first one.
So they've
then
been
you can
made
do a lot.
better because with the
I
expansions, because
I
there are
think
more of them.
you can go further
Right.
along the track
Okay.
doing them.
Yeah.
And obviously in this setup there is that on the red player, so
Yes.
theoretically if you got, and we haven't got all the masks because we're not using all the expansion, but
Yeah.
if you got to 66 points for masks,
Yeah. No, I think we
They've
are.
got
I haven't taken out any of these blue tiles.
but I think there are things I like on this track where you can sort of have a virtual +1
Oh,
mask,
okay,
which
right.
isn't on a tile.
Got it. Okay.
Anyway, I'm doing an action, and that action is building a pyramid.
I've just heard about it. Apparently good.
You keep forgetting about it.
Let's use the 3.
Goes here.
Yes.
So you can build 2 pieces because of Dave.
2 pieces. Well, there's 3 stone plus Dave's 1.
Yep. So
Sorry.
that's the 4 stones for the 2 pieces.
I have got 2
You've got the wood for the scaffolding if you need it.
Though there's no way for me to spend 2 wood. It's 1 or 3. I've only got 2. So let's have a look at that space. It's not ideal, is it? I feel like I should build something like that. I should get the track. Sorry.
That's 3 points on the ground level.
Yeah, I think that definitely ought to happen.
That's 1 and 3 matches, was it?
Yeah.
So that's 4 points.
And that means that this
Yeah.
new promo piece goes on here.
So you need a wood for
I
that.
need 1 wood for that.
And then that's 3 points, 4, 5, and a boost up the red track.
2 boosts up the red track.
Yeah. 2.
Is it 2 symbols?
Matches.
2
Yeah.
2 boosts up the red track. So 2, another 4 points.
Yeah.
And because you chose action 8,
Yeah.
you want to move up the red track?
Well, that wasn't the plan, but let's have a look at
And the
what
blue
the
track's
tiles
nice for you as
do.
well.
Yes, but there's only so many times I can go up there. 2 of these are masks. 2 of them aren't. It's tempting.
Yeah, James has confirmed the expansions did add more masks, meaning higher scoring is available. Yeah.
I think, given that I've only got 1 cocoa, I'm going to go up the green track.
Green track.
Yeah.
Get 2 cocoa.
Red track does look exciting, but I'm a lot further up it than anyone else, so I can probably get those tiles first.
Right.
if
So
I
you built
want
2
anyway.
pieces.
I did.
So that moves to there.
Yeah.
This one goes up to a 4.
It does.
Dave never gets any older.
No.
David's
That
a
moves on. 2 more pieces here. And I don't think we forgot anything until somebody in the chat says we did. Right. So. If in doubt, let's do the same thing again. 1, 2, 3. I do the main action, so I have to spend the cocoa. I then flip this over for 2 wood, which I then use immediately to build another house, which goes on there for 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed a movement. I should be on there
Yeah,
because I took the tile. I just didn't move my piece onto it
Yes.
because I've had 3 of these and 1 ascension.
Yeah.
So I now go to there. And these numbers are getting lower, so I kind of don't want to build anymore because every one I do is actually reducing the points I get for that. But that's
But it's
nice.
increasing the other side of
It
the
is,
multiplier,
yeah.
And it's also decreasing the amount of points marked.
Other people are getting
For building
one.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one of those becomes 4. Done.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's continue to make this pyramid prettier. We'll come over here, spending a cocoa.
You always seem to have 3 workers on this
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to work out. So I'm only spending 1 gold, and Tom remembered that it's a co-op game. So we're going to do this. So that's going to be 3 for the build, 2 for 2 matches, and 4 for me having that tech.
So
put me on to 59.
another 9 points.
And then I also put this on, which moves me up the red track, which is another point. And
the blue track?
The blue track, which is 2
resources.
And the pyramid still exists, so let's get some stone.
Okay. So one of your workers powers up.
One of them powers up.
We refill the decoration space, and then it's Tom's go.
I'm gonna get some more stone because I just spent it all.
So 1 cocoa to do the action.
The action.
2 workers, you get 2 stone.
Oh,
And
I will do my job.
that one goes up to a 3.
Do my job.
Okay. So we're definitely more than halfway through.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So this one is going to go here, and he's going to go worshipping. And I'm going to move up the blue track. Hey, I get a resource. I will take wood, because I don't have any wood. That's it. That's my go done.
Okay. I was going to move and get some cocoa, but is it worth doing a worship of some variety?
Red gets another bump on the building track for their decoration.
Good point.
Oh, this track. Yes, thank you. It's not called the building track. It's called the how many pieces of the pyramid have I built this eclipse track.
Right, so I could move into there and move up there, and that would kind of do a similar thing. So let's do this now and regret it later. Move and lock
Worshipping?
this. Yep. So
Do you want
I
both?
will do both.
So it costs you
Spend-
1 cocoa to do both,
Yep, this tile cost me a wood.
which you immediately get 4 points
There's
for.
no reason not to,
No.
yeah. 4 points.
And the other one is a bump up on any track.
Bumping up a track, and I seem to have a cocoa problem, so
Yeah.
let's get some more cocoa.
3 cocoa. And that replenishes.
Yeah.
Tom.
Okay. I'm gonna do some more building. Oh, that doesn't quite work. That's annoying, isn't it? So I won't be able to get more resources. But I don't see a way of fixing that, unfortunately. So I won't. Let's move the 3 probably.
Where is it going?
Just onto the
onto here.
pyramid.
So you've got 3 pieces. So you've got 3 workers here with Dave.
Yeah.
So you could build all 3 if you had.
If I had any resources.
Yeah.
Which I thought I was going to be able to get more resources by going out the blue track. But going out the blue track is going to get me points, not resources.
Yeah. Your next move on the blue track is 4 points. In fact, it's just points now on the blue track for you.
Yes. I don't think I've paid my cocoa for that. So let's see what my best matches are.
Yeah, I mean. There are some temple jumps available.
Yeah.
You're going to get one anyway.
Yeah. Let's go with putting this one over here.
Okay. So it's going to cost you 2 stone and a wood, but you get a discount for 1 because of Dave.
Yes. Let's pay a stone and wood.
Okay. So it's 3 points for 5 points. And a boost up on the red track, and then a boost up on any track.
Boost up on the red track will go to here. Give me a boost up. Let's take the blue track one.
Okay.
Which gives me
4 points.
another 4 points. And I think my any track should probably be the green track. For related reasons. And then I will power up that 5. So power up the 4.
The 4
two
into
up
a 5.
In fact, I will ascend it because I've got 3 workers there, haven't I?
Hmm?
I've got 3 workers there.
Technically, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've got 3 workers, so even though you only built 1 piece, you
That's,
still... yeah, so there you go.
yes.
We have a 6.
Oh.
Got 3 cocaine. I could go 2 step up tracks.
Kurt,
Yeah, it was like with the.
are you going to be able to get the cocoa back before the
Well,
Eclipse payment?
yes, because I think what I will do is go 2 steps up the green track.
So you pay 3 cocoa
Pay 3 cocoa.
to go 2 steps up. The
Yeah.
2 steps up are there and there,
Yeah,
and you're saying you want the cocoa from there.
yeah.
So that's 2 plus 3, so it's 5. So you pay 3,
So pay 3,
you get 5 back.
I get 5 back. So
There you go.
that's
So that's
definitely
that
fine.
done. That becomes a 1.
Yeah.
You move up 1 on there. That moves to there. And then at the
then
end
it
of your
moves- yeah,
turn,
the end of my
it moves to
turn.
there. Right. Okay, well, I've got my plan. I've been planning this just because I think it's fun. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to worship. And I get 8 points because I have 4 locked workers.
Yeah.
That's worked quite nicely.
Yeah, it was fun. I did it. So it doesn't cost me anything.
Still don't want the mask.
I still don't want the mask. Even though I could now buy the mask.
Cocoa and a wood for at least.
Go
2
on,
points.
let's buy the mask. So I spend the cocoa to do the thing. I spend the wood to buy the mask. I now have 1 mask. Woo!
You had plenty of cocoa too as well. Yeah. 1 wood's not much use on its own,
No.
and you get to show how masks work.
I need to refill the pyramid.
You'd probably rather have that one.
I would rather have that one. Yes. And all my workers are now locked.
Okay, so
And I've got all of the royal tiles in the temple. In
Yeah.
the palace, but yeah.
I had a problem, but I think I've accidentally worked out how to fix it, which is good. So I think we come here.
Main action.
Yeah, main actions.
That's 1 cocoa.
1 cocoa and 2 stone to build this, which isn't a ton of points, but it's
It's 1,
bad.
2, 3, 4 points.
4 points, yeah. But more importantly, this means I can ascend, and that's going to put this in a better place,
Right.
both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
And I suspect it's going to be spending 3 cocoa to do 2 track
Maybe
moves,
that's it.
which would be going up here.
To get 7.
It gets to be 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the 6 becomes a 1.
And importantly,
move
he
up on
comes
here.
back here.
And that moves to there. So we finish this round. And then do 1 more round. And then we have an eclipse.
Yes. Yeah, I have issues now
And you built a piece of the pyramid.
I did build these.
because I don't.
So I move
have
up to going up
resources.
to doing something on the pyramid track.
Yes. This eclipse.
The track that shall not be named.
Yeah, we can call it that.
Resources, and I can't get.
Well, you can. Just not this turn.
Yeah.
Because of a feeding related.
No, because of not having
Where's
very good workers.
So I had that problem,
Um,
then I killed one of them and got a better one.
Yes. Could just do a lot of that. Maybe I do just move that 3 to here. So I don't really need the gold. So I could just take cocoa, but I'd quite like that die to be a 4, not a 3. I think I will just take the gold.
Okay.
So you spend 1 cocoa to do the main action,
Yeah,
and then you get a gold.
a gold.
And he goes up to a
But
4.
it becomes a 4, which I think is important.
Right. So
You don't need to do
we don't need to move that on because it's already reached it.
Yeah.
So we got 1 more turn each, and then we do the second eclipse. Right. So since I've decided I'm now going for an all-mask strategy, where are they? Well, there's one here, which is different.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is, all of my workers are locked, so I am going to pay 3 cocoa to unlock them and take a turn. And
That seems like your best way of getting a mask.
I think it is. So we'll use the 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll use the 4. 1, 2, 3. Lock it in there. Pay a cocoa to do both of those things. One of them is move up on the green track, which gets cocoa, and another one is
You don't have a wood. Yeah,
That's a shame.
that is a shame.
right. Rewind, 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 and
Okay.
rewind.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. Meanwhile,
Get some wood to do it next time.
I could, or yeah, it's a bit late to be doing that. What am I? I'm blue. I'm rubbish at this. The gods hate me. Quetzalcoatl's looking down at me, going, "You poor innocent."
Well, if you're not going to worship,
Well, I know. I'm busy doing other stuff. I'm building houses for the nobles, and yeah. I mean, I could just do that. It's the easy thing to do. So we'll go here. It is a 4. It does get me 2. I have to pay a cocoa to do the action. I get 2 wood, and the 4 becomes a 5.
you might have a cocoa problem in a second.
Yeah, so it may be...
Oh, is this my
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
turn? It is,
If
isn't
you
it?
use the
Okay.
5 instead, you could ascend. And...
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll use the 5 instead. He does the thing. He ascends.
Which means you can get some cocoa.
I take 5 cocoa, and the 6 becomes a 1. Thank you for
Yeah.
pointing that out, that we are about to have an eclipse. Right, done.
I mean, we could demonstrate the negative points.
No. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
So
Achievement 2 rewinds in the same turn.
right, so I think we'll continue this party with the
Yeah,
the
it's
guy
just-
passed out.
Have these
by
ever
one.
moved? They've just been sat there the whole game.
They don't need to. They're good at their jobs. So we're going over here. I'll spend a cocoa.
Spend a
first.
cocoa, spend a gold.
Spend gold.
Yep.
And we're going to do our usual ignoring the code regulations on building
Shocking.
pieces.
Shocking.
They probably weren't that many anyway. So we'll go with that. So that's going to be 3, 2 matches, 5, and my standard 4.
So it's a 9-point build,
9 points.
as normal.
They go up the track that shall not be named. That's 2 temples.
It's a green and a blue.
So up the green.
Right, so that has unlocked that end of game scoring bonus for you. And
Yep.
just for those people still awake, these 3 tiles, again, these were random. Once you're on them, you've unlocked that bonus for the end of the game. And this one is that Mark is going to score 4 points for each of his level 1, 2, and 3 workers, and 9 points for each of his level 4 and 5 workers at the end of the game. If he moves up further, he doesn't lose this. He still gets this. but he will also get that as well.
And the top space, only one.
Only
player
one person
in.
can be on the
Yeah.
top space. Yeah.
Right, and I've
blue
also
track
got a
move as well.
blue track movement.
So we need 2 resources.
So gold seems to be mostly okay. Well, it's not going to be okay soon. But that's fine, I've got loads of workers. So let's get some more stone for that pyramid. Actually, let's get a stone and a wood. Because there are no level 1 spots.
Okay. And then are you levelling up?
I am, and we'll level up this too.
And we need a new one of those. And then, Tom, your last turn before the second eclipse.
Yeah. So I think what I'm
Oh,
going to
wow.
do.
Oh,
It's not very useful.
not at the moment.
Exciting.
Doesn't really help with your technology.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think this is sensible. Let's put this here.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
so we've not seen that yet, but yeah, you can pay a Coco to pick out to kick out the other person, and then you're paying a Coco to do both
Okay,
of those
go to
things.
do both of those things.
Yeah.
I'll take this tile because that's quite a useful thing to
Quite a
have
good
just as you're
tile.
going into an eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will also move up the green track so that I've got Coco for
3
notice.
Cocos. Right.
So
Okay. So we have an eclipse.
I will fill that space.
So first of all, we all pay our Coco.
Yep.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm in a similar boat. I'm pay a lot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's principally 1 Coco
Tom?
left.
Mine would be 4, but it's not going to be. Because I don't use this.
Did you do that last time? No, you didn't, did you?
No, I used one for
Unlocking
workers.
But you're getting a bad reputation for not paying your workers.
Yeah.
Yeah, workers.
Yeah,
don't
whatever.
pay.
Right, next is Avenue of the Dead. So it's 4 points multiplied by how far you've moved up. I'm on space 4. So that's 16 points, putting me on 68. And you two get 8 points each.
I think I should have moved up one for ascending, not one. Shouldn't I? Or... Actually, am I right?
How many times have you ascended in the game?
Is it 2 or is it 3? Can chat.
Yeah. Can chat remember how many times Mark has ascended? I've given you. Oh no,
actually.
you've definitely ascended.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
That's about
So-
You probably have. as
Yeah.
well,
So I think we just.
yeah, which is
It
what I
that's probably right then, because I don't.
You both
think I
ascended
could-
twice.
Yeah.
yeah, because I just did it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So 8 points.
It is right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just had you on the wrong space. And that's assuming I started them on the right space. I'm not 100% sure. I may have got that wrong. If anybody wanted to rewind and check, feel free.
That's probably why you were 1 space behind when you.
Could have been.
earlier.
Yeah, because the dots is the number of spaces. That's
Yeah.
1, 2,
I
3,
think
4.
when you were 1 space behind, it's just because you put it the spaces where the tiles are, so you
Could
put
have
it on the
done,
tiles, but then you
but
take it off. The
I've
tiles,
built
so-
3 houses.
Yeah.
I've definitely
Ascended
ascended
twice.
twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're
So I
already
think
on
I
four.
should be on there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I started everybody on the
Started it.
wrong space.
Yeah.
Apologies for that.
4 more.
Let's just have a
Yeah,
look at that.
it's-
So yeah, board number. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the markers are supposed to start on this I space here, and I think at the start I had them there. But if anybody wanted to rewind and check, they should be there. So we should have all had 1 extra movement. Right. So that's that done. Then pyramid. Whoever's the furthest ahead on the pyramid track gets 4 points.
Wait.
4. And then it is now 3 points for each space you've moved. So Mark, you're on space 6, so you get 18 points. So 107. Yellow 3, you get 9. I assume the game's going to come with, or maybe that's what the second disc is. We do all have a second disc, don't we?
Was I not on 97 a minute ago?
You were.
Didn't you? Oh, you said 9,
9.
didn't you? So yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, you should be on 100.
So maybe when you pass 100, put the second disc on.
Where is mine?
So
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Those reset. Masks. I've got 1 mask. So I get 1 point. Hey! That's it. That's the end of the second eclipse.
I think we can all agree we can stop here.
That means, well, considering how far Tom was ahead, for those
Yeah.
decorations, 9 points apiece,
Yeah.
and being able to flip them so that you can boost the tracks has been
Yeah.
great.
And obviously the pyramid tiles get more expensive as they
Yeah.
go on in the decoration.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matthias says they were at the eye in the first eclipse, and we all got 4 points each. So, yeah, did it
Yeah.
wrong. I started them on the wrong space.
Right, yeah.
We all got 4 points each, which was right, but it means I should have got that tile a little earlier.
Yeah.
That's the only... We fixed it. We fixed it. Right. The black dice move to 3, 7, and 2.
So 2 already. 7 and 3's over here.
It's over here. Right. There we go.
It's good.
That
I don't
done.
want to go to any of those places.
That is now on 9.
No, 7 I do. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do want to go there. That's fine.
And we start the third and final phase, whatever, of the game.
Yeah.
Right. So what was I doing now that I've got this wood? Buying that mask. do I want to bother now? Yeah, sure. Although there is other stuff available to do as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Plenty of other stuff. I mean, I've got all of this stone and I've got all of this gold, and I'm not really doing anything with it at the moment. What's good in the old pyramid building? I mean, that's all right.
You've got a bunch of wood.
But I've not really dabbled much on these tracks at all. So yeah, we'll just keep it simple. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I'll lock it in. I will spend a cocoa and a wood. So I will buy that discovery tile, and I will move up on the green track, which gets me cocoa back. Get a new discovery tile. That's my go-to.
We seem to be revisiting the old cocoa problem. So
It's a recurring theme, isn't
it
it?
is a bit of a recurring theme, yeah. So I think what we'll do is come here and get 3 cocoa.
Get 3 cocoa for collecting cocoa, yeah.
Is that the incorrect move?
It's making that space quite expensive. Not that I can currently get to that space.
Yeah.
But I think what's happening initially, this is going to come here. I'll pay a cocoa to get 2 wood.
2 wood. And that goes from a 4 to a 5.
Thus,
Wow, that's a very expensive mask over there.
And the thing ticks along.
that's
Right. Where was the expensive mask? Oh yeah, that's like the ultra rare one, isn't it?
Yeah.
yes, the cost is based on how common they are.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Could do that. Could do that. Got 1 wood. That isn't enough to do that. So where's the blue track bump? There. With a mask that I already have. But I could do that. That would work. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take this 4. We'll go 1, 2, 3. I'll collect cocoa, so I get 4 cocoa. Done.
So at the end of my last turn, or so the end of the eclipse, there's only 1 die there.
But you can now go there and get 5 cocoa.
Yes.
Right, you'll go.
I think I'll be moving this die here.
Building?
Building. So we've got 2 stone and a wood.
And a wood, yeah, because nothing can be built on the ground level. Ground level's finished now.
Yeah. But I'm in favour of this because it's so base is 3 points. This is
3,
2 matches,
4, 5.
and that also has a green bump,
A green bump.
which gets me to the top.
Which gets you another 5.
Another 5.
So 10 points.
10 points in total, and I go up the unnameable track.
Yeah. Right, Tom.
Yeah. That is expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, the main action here will cost 4 cocoa.
I also need to level this one.
Yeah.
up.
I need to replenish them.
I have got, I don't think.
Is there
Do
a
you
problem with other players in this game? Is that what's happening?
Do we think we're going to finish the pyramid?
I don't think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Five
more pieces are
pieces.
needed.
That's because they're quite expensive pieces.
They get very
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah.
I've still
and
got
this is
decorations.
shorter.
Yeah. What you? This side of the pyramid is not very decorated.
Well, I can't see it.
Oh,
So I don't care what that one looks like.
It's under the shine.
Yeah, this tech has been quite fun, but just being able to rotate them. So that's normally the irritation. With
I mean, there's a lot. Once you add in the tiles from the expansions, there's a lot of different techs in the game.
Yeah.
And having 2, like Tom's got, for the same area, that can be very strong.
Well, I think.
Well, you've got 2
Yeah,
for 7. You've got
both,
2 for 8.
We both had a similar
Yeah.
thought, I think. And the thing we were talking about at the start of those being next to each other, and this is within 3 of theirs, so it's the same kind of combo you can do, which is nice.
Except that my combo is not working due to lack of cocoa. All the people on there.
Yes.
I think. I think I'm gonna have to go there and just
And
take
take
all
5
the
cocoa.
because that's not a thing that's often
Yeah.
available, and it currently is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
End of that round.
do it.
Get your job.
Not many turns left.
No.
So I have the wood. I have 2 stone, so I could build a piece there. Not a very good piece, but yeah, we'll do that. So we'll move this 4 to here. I'll spend 2 stone and a wood to build this piece here.
Get some traps, which is
Yeah.
nice.
It gets me 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, and a move up on the blue track, which is a resource, and I will take wood,
Seems sensible.
and the 4 becomes a 5. Okay, done.
Okay. Let's make a brief stop off for some more gold.
Pay 1 cocoa,
1 cocoa, I get a single gold.
single gold.
And then
Right. Tom.
This is definitely sensible.
I always
isn't it?
like it when you say that.
I built a piece of the pyramid.
Oh, that tart's come out, is it?
So level 2 is, well, ground level complete, next level complete.
Yeah.
So we're now up to this one.
Yeah. There's only
Yeah.
4 more pieces that can be built.
I'm getting nervous about how much game is left.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty understandable.
I think
Okay. Building 1 piece.
I'm only building
Cocoa
one
to
piece.
do the
Cocoa to
main action.
So
In fact, can you?
I can, because it will cost me 2 stone and 2 wood.
Oh, you've got the 2 wood.
which
Right.
I have the 2 wood.
So
I
Dave's
have 1
providing the stone.
and yeah,
Yeah.
He remembers
it's
to
been
call
very
ahead.
useful. And I think what we need to do is this. Put it here.
So it's 5. 2 matches. So that's 7. 7 points for yellow. And a boost up on the green track, which is 4 cocoa.
Yeah.
And then a boost up on any track because you built.
Yes. And any track is probably
Seems sensible.
Okay. End of that round?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, limited time left now.
Yes. Though, yeah, there's not a lot of wood in the game,
Yeah.
and it does need a total of 7 wood to complete the pyramid.
Yeah.
And as I said, I've got decorations to build.
That worker.
That worker ascends,
Ascend.
which moves you up on here,
Yeah.
which means you get one of those two things. That moves to there, and the 6 becomes a 1.
Could be rather useful.
Is that a teleport?
Yes.
So I moved you up on there. I moved that along. 6 became a 1, and you get one of these ascension benefits.
Yeah. I have a
Lots
huge amount
of
of
cocoa.
cocoa.
Yeah.
So let's spend 3.
3 to move up 2 tracks, or 1 track twice. Blue and green.
Well, you say that, but it might not be. Because then blue and green movements become useless.
Oh, I see what you mean. If you're planning on getting future blue
If
and
I
green.
get any, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm starting to think, can I actually get to the top of all the tracks?
All the tracks. That would be
That would be
most impressive.
The red track's not. I suppose just for the point.
Because I've got this.
That would be
Getting to
27
there
points.
would get me 9 points, even though I'm scoring my mask again would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
less useful. I think I'm going to do it, or at least try to.
Okay. So you get another 6 points. Retakes the lead.
That's not
Which
allowed.
is important.
Can't. Yeah.
Right.
It's that.
I moved it for the ascension.
Okay.
But I haven't moved it for your...
I think I'd
Oh,
already
no, we
moved
did,
it.
yeah, because then we
I'd
went back
moved
and
it
did the
for that,
ascension,
and
didn't
then-
we? Yes, we
and
did.
then yes.
Yes, because you remembered the die needed to go up.
Yeah. Okay, so... Should have been planning. Should have been working out what I was going to do. We've worked out I can't build here because it needs 2 wood and I only have 1 wood. But I could go and get that wood. So if we use this, okay. Yeah. Okay. Might not work. Might not work at all, but we're gonna do it. So I go there with a 5. That 5 gets me 2 wood. I have to pay a cocoa to do the action. I get 2 wood. The 5 then becomes a 6 and ascends. So that moves. That moves. I get one of these 2. I'll have that one, which costs me a cocoa. And I will have the I'm going to be a bit short on cocoa as well. I'll just take a single temple movement, which is 1 up there, which will be a wood. Yeah, I got this gold. What am I doing with this gold? And then I'm going to flip this over for another movement onto there.
Yeah.
And buy that mask, which costs me a wood. And then the 6 becomes a 1. So I did that. I did that. I got my bonus. I did the thing. I did another thing. I think that's my go done.
Okay.
George is saying that, well, George did say something and then deleted his message. So Tom's got a plan.
Right. I will come over here. Hit this combo
The
again.
old favourite combo.
The old favourite.
Cost you 2 cocoa to do the action.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah.
That's
That's pesky
fine.
black
I
worker.
got. No, I'll do this in order. So let's spend 1 gold,
One gold.
to build a decoration, which is going to.
Well, you're going to build it on this side eventually, are you?
Well, I don't have
You
to.
don't have to, you could build it there.
I could do that one.
Yeah.
And actually, I think that makes more sense.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9-pointer
9
again.
point again. Yeah.
And then
And
boost
go
up on the blue track.
Blue track, which is 2
Another
points.
2 points.
I'd rather it was resources, but you can't have
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah, Georgie is now saying it in caps that yellow should worship at the green and blue. It's all right. He's got a plan. He's going to get that. He knows.
So that goes up to a 5. Done.
Okay, Tom.
Yeah.
You've been told by George you need to move up on the blue and the green.
Well, I'm where I need to be on the blue.
Yeah.
So he says I should move up
Yeah, you're planning to
the
move up on the green.
and blue. So what I'm going to do is move up on the red.
Yeah. Right. So you go there. You
Okay.
worship.
I worship.
Move up on the red for 4 points.
Points.
And are you going to spend a cocoa and a gold to get 4
I
cocoa?
feel like I'm not using this gold for anything else,
Yeah.
so I might as well.
Spend a cocoa and a gold to get 4 cocoa.
And there's no reason not to flip that tile now when you get the 4 cocoa.
So we get a new discovery tile there. And that's the end of that round.
Yes.
Right. So 3 turns left, 4 turns left, or less.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
There's
less.
a couple of 5s out. Yeah.
Probably less. And I think there is something that I wanted to do. I just don't know. Yeah, I kind of did that. I think I was happy with that. So I think, I mean, if I leave here, if I stay here, it makes it more expensive for everybody else.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing you can do.
But I don't think I'm doing really anything else. So, oh, we need new decoration here.
Was that the only decoration you've done this era?
Did we forget to
No,
move this
I
up?
haven't moved that. Yeah.
I'm going to move. We're going to go here. I will spend 2 wood to build another house, which goes there, which gets me 2 points. It's not very much, is it? But I move up on there again. And then I ascend again. So that moves. That moves.
Yeah, another mask.
Which is another mask, which costs me cocoa and a wood. I get one of those bonuses, which will be 5 points, and then that becomes a 1. Done. At least the nobles are happy with me.
Yeah.
The gods, not so much. Not so much.
That's fine. I'll take care of that.
This doesn't quite work.
Yep, thank you very much. Give the video a thumbs up if you are watching this live, or if you're watching this back afterwards. Always helps, and leave me a comment if you're watching it back afterwards.
Right. We have a mild problem, which I'm not sure there's any way to fix.
At least it's only a mild problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a major problem, you could
I'd like
fix
to
that
try and
really
get
bad.
that blue track, but I don't think there's enough time given that I don't have enough cocoa to do anything.
Yeah, there's talk in the chat about the player boards. We're not using the player boards today, just for space. But there are player boards going to be included in the deluxe edition, and the first stretch goal is to make these dual layered. So there's a space to store your masks, space to store all your resources, and the various other things from the various expansions. So worshippers will go here, I can't remember what the card is. That priest and priestesses, I think, goes here, and stuff like that.
Right, so I think I am going to finally use this tile.
Which is a
Uh,
2 of your workers power up.
Yeah.
Double ascension, end the game.
But I am going to ascend this one.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that moves.
And that gives
That
me another
moves.
tile. That might be
that.
useful.
When you're performing action 5, 6, or 8, treat it as if you've got 1 extra worker there.
Don't think it is useful, which is a shame.
Doesn't look that useful.
Right, so yeah, that's. And I could take. No, I need to take the get 5 cocoa.
Okay. Yep.
Because now I actually have enough. Because this guy will then come back here.
Yeah. There's a 1.
Then now I can actually get back here, and I have a cocoa to pay for it.
Right. Okay.
That has been used.
Yeah, because board 7's there. That's just a nice
Yeah.
cycle round for you, isn't it?
And I just have to ascend them to get back there. I don't need to know
Yeah.
who walks around. No.
Yeah.
So I'll
And
come.
Crucially, that's one of the boards where you don't mind what numbers
Yeah.
because sometimes
So come
going
over
back as a one
here.
is weak.
For these. So.
So you flipped a tile. The tile got you to power up the worker, which
Yep.
ascended it, and now you're taking your turn.
Yeah.
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 Right,
Normally,
okay.
ascension would happen at the end
Yes.
of your turn. because
Yeah.
The power up happens.
Combo
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So now I
using
spend this
something.
gold to build one of these tiles.
You paid the 2 cocoa.
I did pay the 2 cocoa, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not seeing anything more useful. Oh, hang on. Oh no, because I've already got.
There's
green
a
track.
any 1 track boost.
Yeah,
if you
which
want
is-
it,
Possibly what I go for.
or there's a red track boost.
Still don't think there's enough time to do this. But I might be able to get just below and get 4 points for it. So we'll do that. Yeah, because that's 4 spaces away. That's frustrating. Okay, let's take the anyone track, and we'll do it like that.
Is that another 9-point decoration?
No, it's only 1 match. So, but that means it's 8 points.
Is it in 1 match?
Well, no, because it's
Oh, yeah, it's the-
specifically
yeah, okay.
those.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
8 points
Yep,
wherever you're. Yeah, and then a boost up. Red, the blue track,
blue track.
2
yeah.
resources.
There's no point. Yeah, I think it's just gold. The gold might help.
You've been down.
Yeah,
Right, and then you're done.
I'm done.
Did a worker power up,
No.
and then we replenish the decorations.
This one up.
And then Tom.
Right. I'm going to do something relatively expensive.
So is it this turn and 1 more each?
Yes.
Well, not yet because it hasn't triggered.
But
Oh yeah, but it will
trigger
be.
on
It will
turn.
trigger. Yeah.
So yeah.
We need 1 more decoration tile.
2.
How many is there left in the bag? Quite a few, isn't there?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there would be enough to.
It's
go
these
up
that there's
4
only
level.
just enough
Yeah.
of.
Well, I think there's only just enough of those as well.
Oh, is it?
But you
Right.
can only use all of those if we've used all of
That's true.
all of those.
Yeah.
Assuming people know what I talk about when I just keep saying those as if it's a word.
Those and those.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock all my workers.
For 3 cocoa.
That costs 3 cocoa. I'm going to send this one here, kicking out that one.
Yep.
Which costs the 4th cocoa. And I'm going to do both things.
Which costs a
a
fifth. So
of
5 cocoa in total. You move up 1 on the green.
Yep.
And you move up 1 on the red. Well, you take the tile,
take the
so
tile,
you then
and
flip
then
over to move
flip
up 1 on the
away.
red. Yep.
Which gives me 5 points now.
Okay.
And then I will
Replenish that, and then that moves to there. So we have 1 turn
have
each.
1 turn each.
This is my last turn of the game. Right. So I need to move up the blue track 6 times. Is there an action that moves me up the blue track 6 times?
No, but I'd settle for one that's moved up 3 times. Actually, 2 times would be enough.
I mean, can I get a 5th mask? That's
That is a valid
I
question.
haven't got that one.
I haven't got that
Do
one,
you have?
but that will
gold?
leave me with not enough money to pay.
There. Yep, that is an issue.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Mm.
Which is a shame. So how much cocoa am I going to need? I need 4 cocoa at the moment, and I have 4
Got
cocoa.
what you need.
I have what I need.
I do not.
So
Annoyingly, only by 1.
I'm looking around for something that might get me points. I mean, moving up on the red track gets me 1 point. It seems weak, but
It can be done.
it can be done. There is a move there there's a move there that gets me 2 points. So at the moment,
You've got lots of gold. So
I have lots of gold. I'm looking
build
to see if there's a decoration, but doing the action here will cost me 2 cocoa.
Yeah.
So
could you get steps up the green track from building a decoration to get some of that cocoa?
I could
back?
get 1 step up on the green track. Possibly. In fact, no.
Yeah, you could use the.
Oh, I could use that on there and decorate this side, which hasn't been done yet. or I could, yeah. So but that would only get me 1 cocoa back, which means I've then got 3, and I need 4.
Yeah, and the action would only gain you
Yeah,
4 points,
Mark's
and
probably-
you'd lose 3 of them, so it's only a 1-point action.
It is, but it moves me up
Moves
on
it
there,
there.
which is okay. I'll do it.
Yeah, so
I'll
that
do
is
it.
worth doing.
So I'll do the 1. Moves here. I spend 2 cocoa to perform the action. I spend 3 gold to do the action. We take this. I put it here. That gets me 3 points. Is it for a decoration? Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Plus 1 for the match.
plus 1 for the match, so 4 points. Moves him up 1 space on 1 track. I'll move up there, which gets me a cocoa. And then that goes to a 2. And then because I built the piece, that goes to there.
Yeah.
I think the net gain of that was 1 point, maybe.
Plus the 2 points
Plus,
from there.
yeah. So it's a 3-point move.
Yeah.
Okay, and we need to refill that. And that's it for me. Gosh,
You built some of my decorations.
I did.
That's
on this side of the pyramid that you don't
Oh,
care
okay,
about.
yeah, you can have that side.
Paul's special side of the pyramid.
Right, I'm going to make the ultimate power move of the game,
Yeah,
which is I'm going to come here
with
and-
my dice.
Yeah. That's why it's such a power move. I'm going to come here and get a whopping
5 cocoa.
5 cocoa. It's
There
not
you go.
ideal, but yeah.
So unfortunately, the move I would really like to do is to lock there, but I'm not allowed to kick myself.
No, you can't. You can only kick out other people.
Because getting
Would that have
actually
got
it
your...
wouldn't help because the green's the one I don't want to do. I want multiple track moves, but I don't think I can.
I mean, but you can get 1 track move to there, can't you?
Yeah,
You're just being
I'd
greedy.
just be greedy.
Right,
I
okay,
would
which
like
is great, yeah.
more track moves. But what I might even do is buy a mask. 'Cause I think-
It's a point and you don't need the... Yeah.
yeah, if I go there,
You lock in,
so
move up on the
that's
yellow
happening,
track to
and then
unlock
it
that.
would cost me 3 cocoa and a gold.
3 cocoa and a gold to get the ultra rare mask.
Yeah,
Collector's item. Only one of a kind.
which leaves me with 4 cocoa, which is more
Just
than I
enough?
need.
Is it? You've
I've
still only got 3 workers.
3 workers, yeah,
And they're all...
and they're all
young.
low value,
Right.
which
So technically we replace that, but we don't need to because the end of the game has happened. So first of all, we have to feed our workers, or sorry, pay them. And
food.
I am 1 cocoa short, so I lose 3 points.
Demonstrate that mechanism.
There we go. I'm just doing that.
For the people, yeah.
The spot yellow just went to Paul. Shouldn't have done that since he ended up with 3 cocoa anyway. Did I? I don't know. I think it was all worked out slightly in the positive.
So I have to pay 6 cocoa.
Right, so we've done that. Next is Avenue of the Dead. So it's 3 points, and I'm 8 spaces. It's 24. It's not bad. So 4, 24.
I've been promoted to 2 discs.
And you two are on space 3, and it's worth 3, so you two both get 9 points.
Yep.
Right, that's that. Pyramid, me and you built the most pieces, so we both get 4 points. You can put 4 points on me, and then it's 2 points per space, so we get another 4 points. And Tom gets 2. And then masks. Hey, I got 4 masks, so I score 10 points.
I've got a mask.
1 point. I was going to say, that's not looking too bad, but we're about to do end of game scoring for Tom.
Yeah,
so that's the
this
end
is
of the
great
Eclipse
scoring.
scoring.
Yeah.
So the only end of game scoring in this game, apart from the Eclipse, which happens at the end of each Eclipse, is these tiles here if you have reached them. So we'll do yours first, Mark, because you have reached this one.
Got
Yeah.
a lot.
So you have got 2 workers at the low level and 2 workers at the high level.
Yeah.
So that's 26 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
And
the
Tom
end score.
has got the achievement of having reached the top of all. So that one's worth 27 because it's 3 of those. So that puts you up to here. That one is that you score your highest collection of masks again, which is 1. And then this one, you have 3 workers all at low level. Is 12 points.
That's nice.
Wow.
We have a winner. So congratulations, Tom.
So that mask won it for me.
That mask
Yeah.
won it for you. It really did.
Scored me 2 points.
It scored you
Yeah.
2 points. Amazing. So 180, 179, and apparently there was a third player in the game. Who knows what they were doing? To be fair, you two have played this
More
than me.
Yeah.
I played it last night, and that was the first time in about 2 years that I played it. But there we go. That's the base game of Teotihuacan, but with the variable setup rather than the fixed setup, and with some technology tiles and some discovery tiles from the expansions, the ones that didn't add any extra rules. Yeah, so that's how the base game plays, and that's how it looks. As I say, this is a prototype. Check out the Kickstarter page for what it's actually going to look like. We are just going to talk a minute about some of the expansions, if you two can help me with that, because I don't fully know them. So I'll talk,
Yes.
and anytime I say something wrong, just
Cool.
throw
Yeah,
something out
correct.
there.
The
I
first
don't know
expansion I've played a fair few times. The
So-
second one was a small one, and the third
Was another
was
big
the
one.
big one,
We-
which I've played once.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
that's-
So we have variable action boards. So it's a replacement action for that, which does a similar thing. In other words, action 8 is about construction.
Yeah.
This just does it in a different way.
Yeah, and it means that you start caring about what numbers you've got there 'cause
Right.
at the moment.
But we have different action boards for all sorts of different things. So there's a slightly different quarry, a slightly different forest, and a slightly different gold deposit. So it is the same actions, just
Yeah, but just-
different rules for them. So that's that. Boards 1 and 8 are always in those 2 positions, but the other 6 boards are variable wherever they go. Oh, and all of these are double-sided depending on which artwork you want to use. Remember, this board is double-sided depending on which style of artwork you want. The player boards we mentioned, you can use the player boards if you want to use them to store all of your stuff. The map comes with which expansion?
that's with the newest expansion.
latest
I
one.
forget the names of them.
So how does this work briefly?
You have little soldier meeple.
Yes, we should show these actually because
Ah.
these are really nice little pieces that we've had these off camera because we've not been using them, but I think they're going to be heat transferred or something like that, silk screen printed.
And it's basically they sort of start here, and you can move them further along the map
Right.
to get points. And
Is there any
bonuses.
conflict between the players? So these are not
Yeah.
fighters, are they? Or-
Yes, it's not soldiers in a war game sense.
Right,
It's soldiers in a Euro game sense.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, going.
So
lands to
exploring
get
out and getting
bonuses.
various bonuses.
Points, yeah.
Okay. There's a 4th temple track.
Yeah.
That was in the first expansion, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah.
And it's just a 4th track,
Uh,
and certain tiles move you up that track. I think there's
yes,
another book
yes,
like
which
here,
would have
the
a
orange.
specifically orange track, and anything that is a sort of wild shiny. Obviously, in this, anything that's wild is the four
Is
colours.
the fourth one.
Yeah.
So what does
Got it,
moving
the
up this do?
original.
This moves your workers back spaces.
That allows you to move your work
Okay.
back spaces, and then this single dot and double dot and triple dot allow you to claim.
Oh, is that
some of
this?
these
Right,
sort of
okay.
extra ability things, some
Gotcha.
which are quite powerful. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the sort of +1 mask
Right, okay.
things.
Okay.
Um,
Can you pass me that big bag filled with the priests and priestesses? So I think these were included in the first
this
expansion as
first
well.
expansion, yeah.
And is it each player has got one of these to give you asymmetric powers? Is my guess.
Yes, and they're quite interesting. A lot of games give you asymmetric powers, and most of these give you a power and a restriction.
Oh right, okay.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean that one's quite simple. So -1 cocoa, maybe to do an action. Oh, the cost of performing the main action is always it's always 1 cocoa.
Yeah.
So that's a nice
That's
simple
good.
one.
Yeah, it's
Whereas this one's a bit more complicated. But yeah, so there's quite a few of these included in the game for variable player powers. We also have, what else do we have over there? We got the green tiles. The green tiles, I saw that there was a green icon on this board.
yes.
Because there's another resource as well, isn't there? There's obsidian, which was introduced, I think, in the
yes.
first expansion. And we've got another bag of resources, which is the obsidian pieces. And is this just another resource that's used to build things?
Yeah, it's a long time since I've played it. I think it might be one that you can use as a wild resource, but there are also some things that require it
Require
to be
obsidian.
spent.
Right, okay.
Some technology tiles here that will
Require obsidian or give you
allow to
bonuses.
use obsidian
Right.
with other things, or give you obsidian.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the base game's already got, I think, a lot of variability just because of the different locations of the action boards, the different technologies and everything else.
Yeah.
But the fact that this game had 3 expansions and lots of extra bits means it was popular enough.
Yeah.
So it's nice
Yes.
that they've done a deluxe version so that anybody who doesn't have the game, who's thought, oh, well, if I wanted it, but I like it and I'm going to have to get that expansion, this one and this one, it's all in.
Yeah, you can buy it all.
It's
as
all
one
in.
thing.
And if
Yeah.
you've got the game,
And
they're
you get
doing
promos as well.
they're doing an upgrade pack. Yeah, so you don't have to rebuy everything. You can just buy all of the new sort of deluxe components and things like that. That's it. So where does this game fit in your scale of the T games? It's your least favourite one. Go on.
I think it probably is my favourite one.
Right. Okay.
It's hard because obviously it's one of the first ones.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
It's one I played the most.
Right.
which-
Okay.
But I guess the fact that I played it so much tells you
Yeah.
how much I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So possibly if I played others as many times as this, they might catch up. But
Right, okay.
I think this is my favourite, and probably would be even if I'd played the others
Right. Okay.
that much.
Mark,
I
how
would
much
say
experience
Mark.
have you had with the other ones?
I've played Zolkin a few times,
Mm-hmm.
Tekenu a fair few times, Trismegistus a handful, Tabanusi a couple times. There are other ones. Oh, Tilatum.
Tilatum.
Yeah.
Tilatum? Yeah.
Um,
Founders of Teotihuacan. Is that a T game?
No, it's
I'm
an F
not
game.
sure. It's an F game.
do we count Tawantin Suyu?
Tawantin Siyu? Yeah.
I'm oddly the other way in that this is probably lower down for me,
Right.
but it's still amazing.
Okay.
So
Okay,
the
so
T series are some of my favourite
Right,
games.
okay.
It's more they have stiff competition.
Right.
I love Tekenu and Trismegistus. It's a bit odd, and it is potentially a bit fiddly. But
Right.
I like the alchemy and
Right.
the dice. It's So
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to say.
Okay.
But
So it's not your favourite.
No,
but it's still very good and it's
yeah,
up there.
exactly.
You know, it's like when I say, "Oh, this is my 10th favourite game."
Yeah.
Not this one,
Yeah.
but I said, and they go, "Oh, it's rubbish then." It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's like a 9.5 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
It's just my 10th favourite of
Favourite
all of
out
the.
thousands
yeah,
you've played
exactly.
is very high.
Exactly.
Exactly,
So
Yeah, so the T series is
I am very keen to delve more into some of the expansions. I probably wouldn't throw them all in to start with, but there are some there are some links between them. Like if
Yeah.
you're going to use Obsidian, you might have to use another thing that uses the Obsidian or something like that. But yeah, Kickstarter goes live on Tuesday, so keep an eye out on the Kickstarter page. The link to it is in the description of this video. I make these videos because I want to provide you information. I'm not trying to sell you the game as such. Just want to help you make a decision to see if this is the kind of game that you would enjoy playing from us showing it off today and talking about it. That's everything. Yeah, let me know what your favourite tea game is in the description, in the comment. Leave me a comment, let me know, and that's it for this week. It's Sunday afternoon. We're all done. It's been a long week. We've been at a convention for the last 3 days, so we're all a bit tired and jaded.
Thought we'd finish with a nice light game.
Yeah, just finish with a nice light game of Teotihuacan. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to Board and Dice again for sponsoring this video, and a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters that fund the channel. If you like the content that I create and you want to support me, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. And I'll be back next week with some more content. Thank you again to you two. We'll see you all next time.
Thanks,
Cheers all.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.